Hey, good evening, and you're very welcome along to the Sopherone Saga right here on the Emerald Collective. My name is Dave Gibson, and I am the creator and Dungeon Master for all things Sopherone. This is episode 69. Nice. Of the Sopherone Saga. And do you know who else is 69? None other than D motherfucking Schneider. So I'll be giving a free point of inspiration to the first person to scream, "We're not gonna take it!" to their immediate superior or a person of authority when asked a direct question. So put that in your notes, motherfuckers. And I hope that works out well for you. Let's give you a quick blast about what EC does and what the Emerald Collective. EC is the Emerald Collective if you haven't been here before. I know it's been a while. We also do podcasts. You can find our first foray into the world of podcasting wherever you usually get your podcasts. No Silver Linings is a Call of Cthulhu podcast by Mark Corrigan of Shunnock Games and features 15 episodes of bone-chilling horror set in silver mines. That's bone-chilling enough. County Tipperary in 1919. You can also catch The Violent Madness returning to the Emerald Collective in podcast form. Episode 0 recaps the story so far and sets the scene for the adventurers' quest to rid the land of Castonia from a magical disease known only as the Violent Madness. And as it turns out, there may be a Death Knight running around there, so we'll have to rid the land of that thing too. And episode 1 is available on all platforms now, with episode 2 having just dropped over on our Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, did you know that we have one? Well, now you do. Head on over to patreon.com/the Emerald Collection, not collective. I don't know who made that decision, probably me. Depending on the tier you choose, every month you'll receive original battle maps, magical items, and monsters to use in your games, and even bonus maps with variant versions. You'll also get to access the latest podcast episodes 2 weeks before anyone else does, and that will be very exciting. It usually is. We offer discounted rates on select items on Drive-Thru RPG. Friends of EC Rates with our resident cartographer over there, It's a Map, and artist Liz Shangavi, formerly Zorpsart. We'll even give you a shout out on our Twitch streams to say thank you for supporting us. And speaking of shout outs, I'd like to give a shout out to Christian Vandenhaver, who is one of our patrons. If you don't have the coin to spare, excuse me, to sign up for the higher tiers, you can still hit that $1 tier and show your support. But wait, we also have a free tier that you can sign up for. You'll receive some free gifts for doing so, and some of our GMs have even been known to drop some of the maps used on our one-shots for folks at the free tier and above. So check it out. Head on over to our Patreon and have a look for yourself. When he's not streaming with the Emerald Collective, you'll find our very own Rhino. He's up there somewhere on the, where is he? He's down there, is that right?
Down to your right.
No, there we go, down there. I need to work on my Brady bunch. So you'll find Ryan over on twitch.tv/DRange Rhino for all kinds of mischief as he plays various games from first-person shooters to platformers. Everyone is welcome. If you haven't already, please give this wonderful human a follow, and if you can afford it, a sub over on Twitch. And of course, we'd like to extend a big EC welcome to Rhino's army if they are here. You're all very welcome here. Ryan, how's the streaming going? Was today or yesterday your first one back?
Yesterday was the first one back. Today, second one then, because I was busy over December doing my Santa thing as I always do. But back in the swing of it now.
Happy days. What do you?
And I'm off till the end of January. I go back in February, so I've got a full month of streaming.
Oh wow, that's going to be a bit of a grind. Is it going to be just Rust or what's the crack?
We'll see what comes up. We've been doing some Black Ops and different stuff as well.
Nice.
So Phasmophobia.
Yeah. Happy days. Thanks for that, Ryan. So let's have a quick look ahead. We're sort of creeping back slowly onto the streaming scene. So I think we only have we've 2 things coming up. So on Tuesday we have Arcane Adventures in Andromedus with GM Carrick, who is just below me to the one side or the other. And the party have arrived back in Novus and seen the town decimated. The cult had long since infiltrated the word of their dark lord, corrupting its inhabitants, including the party's patron. Just what evil has overcome the Verthorn Valley? And can we trust the Raven Queen's loyal servants? I don't know, Carrie. Can we trust them?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of dead bodies.
Right.
Like a big smoldering pile of corpses. So, you play a follower of the Raven Queen. You know how it is.
Yeah, I do.
It's divine punishment of Ronans.
Right.
Yeah. They're perfectly reasonable folk that are definitely not going to betray my party at any point during the story.
Okay. Good to know. And on Friday, I will be back for 3 episodes of a Sopherone trilogy, which will be happening in tandem, side by side with this campaign. So the players' actions in that campaign will affect this campaign. So tune in for that one, and you can keep up with the story that way. So with the war heating up and King Gregor's armies beaten back from the Vertex Crooks, the elven forces of Calaril now hold the pass between the mountains. It seems things aren't going well for the kingdom's armies, or the king's armies. But the king's man Valder, he's always got a plan, and he's hired a brave band of adventurers to uncover an artifact that may turn the tide of this conflict once and for all. So do stay in touch, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm very, very, very excited to see. Valder loves you, to see how this goes. And look, if you stick around to the end of the stream, we like to kick back for 15 minutes or so and discuss what happened, what it could mean for the plot, and how our players feel, and their characters. And how they feel about what just took place. This is, of course, completely free, not behind a paywall, but will entirely depend on whether I have run over the stream by 90 minutes or not, which I hopefully won't have. We want you to feel as included in this story, so if you have any questions, drop them into chat and see how you're going. If the players have time, they might answer them for you, or I might read them aloud. You never know. So there we go. So yeah, do that. Now, I'd like to, I haven't listened in a while. I'd like to thank Kate from It's a Map for stepping up to the Technomancer role for the Emerald Collective. She's teched most of her streams now by her heirs to the hand. So if you'd like to show your appreciation to our digital demi-goddess, then please scroll down and hit that tip the Technomancer button and throw Kate a few gold pieces. And as if she wasn't doing enough for the Emerald Collective, she's also responsible for all the amazing maps you see here on the Sopherone Saga, and you can find her on all her socials as at It's a Map, IRE, and her commissions are currently open. Okay, all the music I use in the Sopherone Saga is courtesy of Tabletop Audio. They're great. That real spa music that you can hear, that's them. It's very relaxing, and it's keeping the anxiety at bay for me anyway. So that's good. And what do those shields and numbers and your fancy Twitch overlays mean, I hear you ask? Well, you can use your channel points to bestow boons upon players and the GM. A boon grants a 1d4 to attack rolls and ability checks. And saving throws, I think. If you sub to our channel or gift a sub to another, you can offer inspiration to a player or the GM. Inspiration allows a reroll of an attack roll or ability checks, but not death saves. And please remember to state in chat who you'd like to receive your boon or an inspiration. Now, with all that out of the way, let's meet our wonderful players. I think we should start tonight with Stephen. Stephen, tell us a little bit about you and who you're playing, and a little bit about your character.
Well, I'm Stephen, your paladin pal here on Twitch and over on the Emerald Collective Discord. And this evening, I'm playing Oryxium Grim, the repentant sinner, as we've belovingly become known to call him. He is a filthy multi-class of Hexblade Warlock and Devotion Paladin, and he is the possibly evil half of the Brothers Grimm. Possibly.
Interesting. All right, thank you very much, Stephen. Let's move on to Carrie. Carrie, tell us a bit about you. Tell us a bit about your stream here in the Emerald Collective, and who you're playing. You're muted, I think, my friend.
Was muted. Hi, I'm Carrick. I run the Arcane Adventures Andromeda's campaign on every other Tuesday here on the Emerald Collective. It's well, like, it's, you know, your standard high fantasy, high magic setting with
very high magic.
A lot of magic, but a lot of chaos kind of brewing in the background there. Who is our Technomancer, is one of my players. I believe she's the only one in this game. Yeah, she is the only one in this game that plays in the game, among another few of the more regular faces on these streams. Yeah, it's still in early stages. Our party, I believe, are just after hitting level 3 and getting their subclasses, so things are starting to go up a notch. And yeah, I play Ren, who is our resident transmutation wizard here, who has a penchant for setting things on fire. Now has the ability to disintegrate things, which is going to get very interesting and probably backfire horrendously at some point, knowing my luck.
Yeah, look, I mean, not until I get that disintegration mirror set up, but look, that'll be a while yet. Thanks, Carrie. Johnny, you're up next. Who are you playing? Johnny?
Sorry, I was looking for the mute button. It's been so long.
Johnny, can you hear me?
No, it's been so long, I forgot how to unmute.
That's all right.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Johnny. Tonight I'll be playing Derek, Wolf Cleric. Well, Grave Cleric, and still he won't run away from the battle because it doesn't help, because everybody's gonna catch up to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just trying his best.
All right, cool. Thank you very much, Johnny. Who will we move on to next? I think we'll try Ryan. Ryan, tell us a little bit about you, what you do, a little bit about your stream, and who you're playing.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as most of you will probably know by now. And yeah, when I'm not here, I'm over on my own stream playing games and stuff, as you heard Dave say at the beginning. So if you want to pop over and say hello, you're always welcome. That's Bodhi. You can probably hear barking.
Yeah.
He's in fine form as ever. But tonight I will be playing Mazelu Grimm, the supposedly good half of the Brothers Grimm. He is a cleric of the life domain to the one true god that is Behemoth.
Yes.
So yeah, he's ready to kick some ass.
Ready to kick some ass and take some names. I love it. Okay. Fona, you're up next.
Hello, I am Fona. I am cleverly disguised as an adult in real life. And tonight I am playing Scales Tiller, who is the dragonborn barbarian who lives his life with the mental clarity that we've all experienced over the last week of not knowing what day of the week it was or exactly what's happening at any given moment. But he's here to party and have fun with his friends.
Lovely. Excellent.
And pull plugs.
And pull plugs and snap at them as well if they take his kill. But I mean, that's okay. Where is my script? It's gone away. There we are. Last but not least, Joe.
Hi. I'm Joe. I play Robert. He is a human rogue. Kind of ex-military, though he was only a scout. And
He was a good scout, though.
he's taken to pursuing a life of adventuring as a form of trying to find inspiration for a series of books he's doing. He's also
Tell us a bit about those books, big man.
No. We'll get to the books one day. Don't worry. And he is also building a bestiary. To
see.
Yeah.
All right.
He's decided on a name. It's
okay.
It's gonna be Cooper's Compendium of Curious Creatures.
Nice. A spell. Yeah, no, let's not go there. Okay, cool. Now let's do a quick recap, shall we? Before we dive into tonight's episode 69, nice, of the Sopherone Saga. Arriving into the winter city of Artex from the small town of Templetown, our heroes were secure in the knowledge that they'd beaten the nefarious agent of the Crown Valda to an artifact of great power in the temple high above the town and hidden it in the astral plane. Who could possibly find it there? The artifact, however, had begun communicating with the party's wizard Ren, promising great power if you would only travel to an area high in the mountain above Artex and recover another artifact similar to the first. Accepting the deal and receiving a small amount of power as a reward, shitty cantrip, Ren had second thoughts and a while later reneged on the deal, thus angering the entity. Very much so. We will get to that in a couple of episodes' time. Meanwhile, Valder arrived in Artex with the necessary paperwork for the Temple of the Platinum Dragon, the same temple of two party members, the Brothers Grimm, to reapply for permission to operate in Sopherone under the King's good grace. Surely a punishment, and a very embarrassing punishment at that, and a show of power designed to put the party in their place, and put them in their place it did. Their tails tucked between their legs, and in an effort to keep them out of the trouble, the temple sent them to recover a missing shipment of adamantium that was supposedly being escorted by temple guards. On the way to the mines, however, high in the vertex crooks, the party spied thick plumes of black smoke along the jagged peaks of the mountains that could only be coming from an utterly destroyed temple town. Surely an act of vengeance on Valor's behalf, and indeed it was. After learning that the temple guard had been stunned into submissiveness and abducted... submission. I should change that. I always think to change that, but I never do. And abducted by, I'll say in 2 weeks' time, I guarantee you. Stunned into submission and abducted by a group of mind flayers, the party set off into the adamantine mines in hot pursuit, eventually finding their way into the Underdark after several days of travelling. But the Underdark is no joke. Battling boulettes, greater ropers, drow scouting parties, and even the vengeful imp that used to take residence in the carved witch's House of Horrors. Party stumbled upon the body of a fallen paladin carrying details of the possible resting place of a holy avenger longsword, motherfuckers. So the journey must continue, though, and the Underdark is a dangerous place. So how long until Ren's new ear finds someone it likes better and chooses their face to live on? What happens the next time someone steals a kill from Scales? And what lies ahead of the party in the Obsidian Expanse? Well, there's only one way to find out. For the first time, 2025, let's play some D&D.
Let's go.
Motherfuckers! Last we left off, you guys were post-battle with a bunch of night scorpions standing around this. You'll shift ping this motherfucker. Standing around this strange tiled area of the Underdark. There's some bioluminescence coming from that blue sand in this sort of red-colored sand. You can see some small cracks, and there's a small bit of light or sort of orange flare coming from it, hinting at a very, very, very considerable heat beneath. Rixie, you stand there. You can feel the chill off that set of tiles. Surely they seem very out of place in a place like this in the Underdark, but you figured out that the Night Scorpions had indeed found. Holy God, what's happening here? We've got a hype train.
And the anonymous person gave us a load of stuff.
Anonymous person gave us 5 gift subs. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Wow. Okay. So yes, I do believe. Do you want to? Will we start up the?
You have to give one to.
Will we start up the pool?
Ryan first. There we go. And then there's 4 left.
Okay, we start up. Yeah, cool. Ryan gets 1, and then we start up the pool. Thank you very much. Oh, and Anya got a gift sub. Welcome along, Anya. Great to see you here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it turns out these things have some sort of link to the Shadowfell. Resurrexium, as you stand over them, you feel those wounds that were inflicted upon you by the scorpions begin to sting and itch a little bit. Mazzello, you too. Everyone else looks to be in decent shape, though. Would you like to continue on, or would you like to camp amongst the Shadowfell tiles?
Is my memory betraying me, or was there a check passed to see between the cracks in the tiles?
There was, yeah. You could,
and there's almost like a dragon's horde underneath.
Dragon's horde of it's almost like a room constructed entirely of Holy Avenger Longsword. No. It's almost like as you stand over this thing, you can indeed see between the cracks in the tiles, and as you look down, there seems to be maybe 60-70 feet down a dragon's horde of treasure, but in the center is this massive great sword, and it seems to be sparkling and sort of emitting this holy aura, and there's this kind of like angelic choir that seems to be just emanating from it.
Did we not establish that was like a wisdom save thing that he passed in the end?
I don't think so.
I don't think it was. No. It was a perception check that he passed.
I thought it was wisdom save, and I was like, he was trying to lure him onto the tiles. That's me misremembering, though. Sorry.
There was a save when you were on the tiles so that you didn't get poisoned or whatever it was. There wasn't for that.
It crowded.
Can I grab a little stone and throw it through the gap? I want to see if it actually falls and what it hits.
Would you like to look through the gap?
I would take a look, yeah.
Okay, and as you look through the gap, you do not see what Eryxium sees. You see something more akin to your life domain, cleric, and you see sort of books and scrolls related to healing magic, and indeed, it seems to be sort of a pile of true resurrection scrolls. You don't see what Eryxium sees, so you do not see that Holy Avenger Greatsword.
What do I see if I look between the cracks?
You see a lot of sweaty scouts in a a lot of sweaty scouts in a trench. No,
it's a really massive bibliography.
No, what you guys can describe to me what you see and let me know. Thank you, Rapid Break Gamer, for 100 bits, which will give D4 to whoever takes the next bit of damage. Thank you very much. Well, so, would you guys like to tell the viewers what you think your character would see? Their greatest desire.
Oh, I am not telling you mine.
Scales is busy looking under this bush, so he doesn't actually look down the hole.
Okay.
Under the bush.
We'll get back to the bush in a second. You guys don't have to say it to the viewers, but you can if you like. If you don't want to say it, then just let us know and we will move on.
I'm trying to think.
I don't mind telling the viewers, I just don't want to tell you because you use it against us.
Well, I'll do headphones off then, okay?
No, I'm only messing. I'm just messing.
I'm happy to do headphones off though. And when I do the watch back.
I'm trying to think what would really be Robert's greatest desire.
Number 1 off.
Well, Sweaty Scouts.
No, not Sweaty Scouts. Maybe a Sweaty Scout. but
It'd be a motorbike with some climbing gear on the back.
What's
a brand new pair of
they don't
sunglasses.
exist.
I saw
here.
Sweaty Scouts open for the Killers in 2004. Okay, cool.
Army Scouts.
Army Scouts. Okay, I tell you what. Let's move swiftly on then. Unless you guys can type into chat with what you think your character's greatest desire. But Scales, can I get an investigation check, please, if you're searching through that bush?
Yeah, Scales is kind of like he wants to look at the bush, under the bush, and what drew his attention was this. Well, I assume it's a stone that seems to be poking out of it. That's what kind of first caught his eye. So he was like, "Ooh."
It's rather large, and it could be considered to be -17 minus 1 is 16 scales. Yeah, you do find a number of they seem to be berries that they with the 16 you can tell that they look like they would have been dropped from the bush itself, but with that when you needed a 15 to be able to tell that they are actually growing from the ground. They are black and purple berries with this sort of yellow stripes passing through them.
So black and purple with yellow stripes passing through them. So they probably look like danger berries, not tasty
very
berries.
much so like danger berries. But you can roll me a d8 and tell me how many of them that are there, and it's up to you as to whether you want to take them or not.
I think we know he's taken them. He just probably
Scales
hopefully
do
won't
not
eat them.
eat the berries. Lumbering Paddy says Robert was a sweaty scout, fails in his book report on To Kill a Mockingbird. What happened to my face, Sticks? Yeah, look, I fell asleep and woke up like this. So, yeah.
He fell in some super glue and some hair that was on the floor.
Yeah,
rolled on the carpet.
Yeah. I get Fizzgig a haircut and then just left it on, and then I spend a day just plucking out the gold Yorkie hairs. You got 3 of the danger berries, if that's what you would like. Please, will you please write down in your thing where these danger berries came from? Because
Under the bush.
Under the bush.
Under the boardwalk.
I've literally written down under bush danger berries by 3.
Okay, cool. Will you just write down death tiles beside them? Did I feel left out? Do you know what? Looking around. No, I think we've only 2 heavily bearded gentlemen here. So no. There is another game though.
Carrick has the same tash as you right now.
I think if we zoomed in, he wouldn't.
Who's that more insulting to?
just insulting my inability.
You're not the only person Sticks to say that. Do I look French? Someone else mentioned a musketeer. One for all. In an English accent.
So we need a French NPC now, Dave.
Yeah.
Cordon bleu.
And that will be the one I just.
By the way, I just Mazzelu's standing next to Erixion, puts his hand on his shoulder and heals him as the light of Bahamut passes through him into Erixion for 12 points. And
nice.
I gain back a few myself as well.
You get a half?
No, it's like 4 or 5.
I will say, having thought about it, what Ren probably sees through the tiles at this current moment is probably sunlight.
Okay, cool. That's cool. Thank you very much for these for the sub Sticks. Your what's it called? Your inspiration will be added to the inspiration pool at the top left.
Dave.
Everyone has. Oh no, I should take one. Yes.
Dave, interesting question. If Ren looks through the tiles and sees sunlight, does he burn his retinas if he looks long enough?
Yeah, Ren goes, oh fuck. Yeah. So Scales, you hear the sound of rushing water from up above there to the north. That passage to your north. Is there anything else you guys want to do in this chamber, or would you like to move on? Would you like to rest in the chamber? It's very close to Shadowfell.
Still have telekinesis up there, so can I move these 2 dead bodies off the tiles?
I'm happy with a short rest if everyone else is.
Oh, sure.
So,
indeed.
I think we should carry on. We are on a time crunch.
Yeah, I just want to rifle through some ancient pockets. So
If you're injured, I can heal you.
No, I'm
magic
good.
up these corpses. And
Just
put
one
them
at a
on
moment to catch my
safely.
breath, but we'll be fine.
A young man like yourself, you shouldn't need a minute.
He needed 60 of them, but that's all right. Moving on, Ren, are you having a look through? You've
It's a
telekinesis
refractory
those.
period, okay?
You've telekinesis those lads off the tiles, and you're going to search them.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah, cool. There is nothing. There's no wee patches on them or anything like that. Unfortunately, you can take bits of them if you wish.
Your femur, tibia.
No, like anyone missing them? No.
Anyone missing any bones that they'd like to replace? Okay.
Yeah. Anyone missing any fingers?
Murray.
I can.
Moving on, scales. As you head north, I will shift ping this motherfucker. You can see now that these cracks are getting larger and larger, and there is sort of there's not exactly magma seeping through these cracks, but you can see some light emerging, almost as if sort of hinting at the volcanic presence far beneath. And there is an intense heat, and there's a steam here now as you approach what can only be another. Maybe the same fast-flowing underground river, but God knows where you are now, and it's coursed through the Underdark. Maybe you've switched back, maybe you've traveled further along, maybe you've gone down, it's a completely different river, who knows?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it is Maybelline, who knows? I shall have to invent an NPC called Maybelline. Okay.
Elemental.
Yeah. So, Scales, I see you've stopped there because you're scared. What's up?
No, Scales was looking at the crack with the magma not quite showing, and I was going through his inventory to see if he had any berries or other small things that weren't the danger berries, to see if he could pop one in. But I think even he has enough sense not to stick a danger berry into the fire.
Right. No worries.
For now. So then he will... No, not him. Not Torch. Torch!
Thanks, Dix. Yeah, look, glad to be past it. It's not something that I really enjoy, but I know a lot of people do love that holiday. So yes, I indeed too hope that people had a nice Christmas. Thank you for kind wishes, though. As you move up, you can see now, and the sound of fast rushing water is indeed very evident, as there is a large underground river. You can see what looks like another very rickety bridge spanning the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, almost 50 foot wide gap. The steam in here is, quite intense, and it's quite difficult to see. You can see maybe 10 or 15 feet ahead of you, and then sometimes it'll shift and clear and you can see maybe 20, 30, 40 feet ahead of you. It's always quite, it's shifting and a little bit unsettling. So, as you move in here, Ren and Orixium, you see what looks like the bones of some sort of creature, might have been 10 to 15 foot long there, and there's a couple more bushes. These look similar to the, shift ping this. These look similar, I think, how far are we back?
Are the murder mushrooms?
Look similar to the murder mushrooms, yeah. Orixium, what's your passive? Oh God, what's after happening here? Telekinesis, yes sir. Don't forget you've okay. Cool, that's all right. Orixium, as you approach, you can see over this the side of this ledge here. Up here, there looks to be like a very, very glassy surface. Numbering Paddy, a boon for me, Paddy. Thank you very much. I shall use it against the players at such a time as it causes maximum damage. But for now, I will hold on to it.
Paddy, you're in trouble when it comes around to Graven King.
Yeah. You can see what looks like a very, very, very silver, almost polished mirror-like surface. The whole wall over this fast rushing river.
Is this the disintegration mirror?
No, not that. I'm not that good. I'm not that quick. I could ad lib and said it is, but I won't. So, what are you guys doing? Would somebody like to cross? Who wants to cross the rickety bridge first?
What's the horn-looking thing that Scales is standing beside?
They are just weirdly curved rocks emerging from the red sand beneath, and you can see now, Ren, you are in particular standing in the middle of this these blue sort of patches of sand again that did seem to show some sort of life or sentience, and you look down, you do see them beginning to sort of crawl onto your boots. Okay.
Sorry, I actually wasn't looking at the map when I moved.
Does Ren make that noise?
Yeah, he
Oh,
went,
oh.
yeah, just kind
Um,
of, and as he does, he blasts himself and presses digitation just to knock as many of them off as he can.
No problem at all. Yeah, you weren't there long enough for them to have too much of an effect. Okay, would anyone like to? What would you like to do? It's up. The floor is yours. The curtain is open.
Scales would like to investigate the rock
Okay.
because it looks like a tooth or a horn
Okay.
or a claw or something. So he's like,
Okay, cool. Give us an old investigation check there. A scales, if that is your real name.
The rock
That's a
lobster.
natural one
Zero.
for a zero. It's a rock lobster, yeah. Natural one for a zero. Scales. You are pretty sure this is a tooth of a rather large dragon that is probably lying. It was probably killed in this very area, and thousands of years ago. And this is the sort of one of the two front fangs that still is just popping out of the ground below. Who's drawing around my
That's
me.
me.
Here?
That's me.
okay.
It does actually look like there's a bunch of teeth, to be fair.
Well, I mean, yeah. You can thank our hibernating Tarrasque, you say, says Stephen. Funny you should say that. Been reading my notes, and oh yes, I see what you're doing now. I see what you're doing. But yes, Scales, you are sure that this is the sort of petrified tooth of an ancient dragon that somehow is trapped beneath the land or at the ground here.
Robert's showing a fucking angry hippo.
Yeah, I was thinking this looks like a hippo.
I thought it was a Thundercats logo for a second there, but it's not.
Yeah, it's a. I just saw a hippo in the ground. Okay,
The worst thing I can do, like the only problem here is if I do select all, it'll delete the tokens as well. So
I'll
Scales,
get rid of it.
all right, okay. That's what you find, Scales. What about anyone else? Would Scales like to tell the party what he's found?
well, Scales is just going to like kind of pet the calcified tooth a
Yeah.
little bit and bow his head a bit respectfully and
Mm.
just sort of offer up some sort of a thought for this long dead ancestor type thing.
Okay. What's your passive perception, Scales?
14.
14. That's enough. Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please? Hold on 1 second. Let me just get my measure tool out here. Line instant. That's all we want. Yeah, I'll get a wisdom saving throw from you, please.
16.
16. Yeah. Cool.
Magic,
You feel reverent, and you feel that you feel proud of the recognition and the time that you've given to this ancient noble savage beast, and your eye sort of cast your eye over your shoulder for a second, almost to see if your companions are paying this beast this same amount of respect that you are, and sort of slightly annoyed that they're not, and something flashes over the corner of your eye up there, in that sort of mirrored surface, and then it's gone.
Do I actually think I saw it, or do I think it was like
Something? There was something there for a second in the corner of your eye, but you just kind of shook your head and resisted. Would you like to willingly fail the wisdom saving throw, Scales?
Yes.
I just feel like if something shiny out of the corner of his eye that scales his head would turn like a squirrel.
Yeah,
You know?
and there was something
So-
there, but it's gone.
Yeah, I think I will willingly fail the wisdom save because scales is definitely.
What you could do is walk out to the middle of the rickety bridge and willingly fail the saving throw if you wish.
Oh, or I could get my good friend the sentient toll bridge out. And
Oh, you
knock
have a
across the
sentient
rickety-
toll? I forgot you have a sentient bridge. Okay, yeah. And yeah.
Scales will get up and walk to the like over here just to sort of look again in the area he saw the thing to see.
Excellent. I think this is a good time to say that we'll come back to Scales. And in Scales, from your backpack, you do hear the resonant voice of the sentient toll bridge that you picked up. Well, he doesn't charge a toll, but he did, but he doesn't now. A sentient collapsible bridge that you found, and is traveling with your news. Oh, Scales. I was built for such things as this, such moments as this. Aren't you glad you have me, Scales?
Yeah, definitely am. That bridge doesn't look half as good as you.
No, it's not. I used to know it, Scales. We were friends once, but I had to murder it. I jest. Moving on to Mazellu. What are you doing, my friend?
I don't think he's joking. I think it was for real.
I think he murdered this bridge.
Yeah.
There's a bridge too far. Hey.
How does a bridge murder a bridge? That is literally what's going
Basically,
around.
you kind of
like
you cannibalize it for more planks.
Whatever it is, I would like the abridged version, but anyway. It is very good, Ryan. Very good. Very good. Mazellu, you're standing at the edge of the bridge. What are you doing?
I'm gonna put my foot on it and I'm like properly like bouncing it, like trying to see
Yeah.
what's gonna take weight on this or not.
Yeah, you can see it. It sort of it follows suit. Oh my God, who's dropping? What was
Alright,
that?
that's me. I wanted to see if I could stretch this thing to be the shape of a bridge, but nope.
Okay, so yeah, as you kind of slam your foot up and down on it, Mazzello, you can see it does respond, and that almost that sort of wave that you can see that plank bridges and those rope bridges sort of take, almost like a wave. Excuse me, and one or two planks fall off, but the rest of it doesn't seem too bad. It seems to hold. You can see some of the bubbles and in the stream begin to pop, and all of a sudden there's a sort of an updraft of steam, not connected to hitting the bridge or anything, but you can see it gets quite difficult to see in this chamber again.
Is there any point with the dip of that bridge that it touches the water?
Yes. It seems fine. It doesn't seem to be damp. I mean, the planks are wet and they do seem to be a little bit sort of not rotted, but
I'm just thinking 4 of us in the middle might not be quite a good idea.
Oh yeah, I think 4 of you in heavy armor might be a bit of a stretch.
I think we'd be okay to get across this, but it will be one at a time.
So, Mazzano, can I get a wisdom saving throw from you as well, please? As your passive perception is quite high, isn't it?
18.
18. So you would have sort of probably glanced, unless you'd like to specifically say that you didn't glance.
I mean, I always keep an eye on everything around me, so
okay.
I
Yeah.
more than likely would have at some point.
Okay.
27.
27. Again,
Plus
for a
5.
sec plus 32. Fucking level 11 now, motherfuckers. Okay, that's fine.
Does it matter that my passive perception is 25?
Yeah, I think that should give you disadvantage. But as you examine the bridge, Mazzello, and you sort of test the weight, you look to your left for a second, and you just, it seems for a second you're like, with your passive perception, you're sure you saw a scene of vineyards and someone familiar walking through with a glass of wine.
Mazzelli would probably dismiss that almost entirely straight away.
Yep.
And would probably keep an eye on the others now to make sure they don't look towards it, or if they do, that they're not going to wander off.
Okay. No worries. So yes, you can test the bridge. It seems solid. I'm gonna, unless there's something else you'd like to do specifically, I'll move on to Arixium. All good.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Arixium. What's your passive perception?
14.
Are you 60 feet from the thing? I think you are.
Yeah.
You are. Yeah. 14. Yeah. I mean, you catch a glimpse of something through the steam, but it's give me a wisdom saving throw first, actually, and we'll see you get there. Look at that,
28.
28. Fucking hell. Yeah, you kind of catch a glimpse of something, but Mazzellu's bouncing up and down the bridge. It's hard to see what it is, and Scales is being Scales, so you don't pick out any details, as it were. But and the steam again from that last expulsion, it's sort of it's not easy to see the details or see too clearly what's going on up there. But there was a flash of something. It's hard to tell what. What do you like to do?
I step out onto the bridge.
Step out onto the bridge. As you step out, it moves beneath your weight. Or actually, are you wearing your spectral? Is the armor spectral or is it real?
It's real when he's wearing it,
So you're in your repentant sinner's robes now, are you?
No, he's armored up.
Okay, armored up. Yeah, the bridge kind of groans against under your weight, but it seems to hold. The river begins to, it's flowing from top to bottom, north to south on this map, and there are some pops and bubbles and bloop, 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 and sputters and things like that. It is quite hot, and you can feel that there is if were you to fall in here, you would probably begin to boil. But there's no fear of that. Yeah.
As he starts to walk away from me, I just grab his arm and just say, "At least take this with you," and give him the other end of the rope that I'm now unspooling.
Love it. Love your work. Okay, that makes sense. So, Extreme, you grab that, and you're going to make your way through. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Love
He's
it,
going to
love it, love it.
stay armored up for the simple fact he can do it in the click of a finger, but Derek can't. Derek is
Derek
compressed.
goes in. It's going to be a whole different stream, lads. Okay.
Yeah. Hard-boiled dwarf.
Eric, I'm going to stop you there. Let's just move you back there. Can I, as you get to the middle and the most,
Move back a bit there.
the most you can alt. Are you that far up on the left, or are you still?
I think I was just trying to stay on the
Yeah,
most
you
center
can,
square.
you can alt move your token, and that can move you. It won't snap to the grid. There you go. Okay, cool. So as you get to the most sodden and waterlogged part of the bridge, can I get a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yep. Is this a magical effect?
I hope this water
No,
isn't
it's
weird.
a zombified hand that is coming out of the boiled water just to say hello. 22
22.
is more than enough. Here there's a as this wet and slick gray, yellow and pale, sludgy like hand just slowly reaches out. You can see the tips of the fingers have worn away, and so there's no flesh there. It's just the tips of the finger bones, and it reaches out. S. McBob sounds tasty, and it's a maps. It's just the tips. Jesus Christ. It's 2025, and we're back.
Episode 69, just the tip.
Yeah. As it reaches out, and then it just slips back in.
Question: did Derek see that?
What's your passive perception? If you were looking, I'd say you would have, Derek. Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
He's not-
I think you would have seen that.
He's not very happy to see that.
No, I can't imagine you would be.
Mm-mm.
But that's all that happens, Erickson, and you can continue to move if you wish.
Yeah, keep going. If
Um,
my mouse will allow me.
And as you look down, you can see that this thing is swept downstream again.
It's gone back to Night of the Living Dead too, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And as
Back
you
in the
cross over, Erickson, yeah, you can hit. But yeah, I think at this point is a good time to say that you do feel the ground beneath you shudder in a very, very familiar way, as you have since the very, very first episode when you entered these mines, and then subsequently the Underdark. The ground, the bridge begins to shake a little bit, and thus thereby releasing a load of steam into the room. It's now quite difficult. Derek and Mazzella, you cannot see your excuse me, for the next nothing happens yet. Shane, you cannot see each other for the next maybe 30-40 seconds. Rixium, is there anything else you'd like to do since you've passed this bridge?
Where is the? You'll go to this nice red sanded spot, and he'll just anchor with the rope.
Okay, no worries. Okay, who'd like to cross the rickety bridge over the bubbling, boiling water next?
I'll go.
Okay, Robert.
Should I just run across?
Yeah, you can. Give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you're running.
Donkily, donkily. Dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Yeah. That's a
That's it.
15. 15 is enough. As you run across the bridge, one of these, you can see there's a part over there. It's actually held together by a bone. Thank you. It's a map for the details. The bone snaps and part of the bridge falls in under your feet. You feel a little bit self-conscious, given the guy in the full armor crossed and nothing broke. But as you land on the other side, as you sort of make it halfway through another arm, and now that you were sort of prepared for it, Raven's Raider, I've seen Dave's razor went on strike. Indeed, it did. As you run across now, and you're sort of prepared, and you were aware of that first zombified hand reaching up. You can see now that this seems to be a flow of these bodies or zombies, sort of floating down underneath the water now. You can see every villainera. You can see every sort of 20 or 30 seconds, it looks to be some sort of body. Occasionally, they reach up and try and grab the bridge. But you make it across.
I wonder where they're all coming from.
Indeed. Well, you could dive into the water and try and swim up against the current to find out.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do upon making it to the other side? Again, the ground, the tremors are still coming thick and fast every maybe 15, 20 seconds now, releasing more and more steam. It's getting more and more difficult to see in this chamber. Who's next?
I'll just get off the bridge.
No worries. Are you going to stand on the blue sand or the red sand?
No, there's a spot of red under me.
Excellent. Cool. That's good. Who's next to try and make it across the bridge?
Does the increase in steam look like it is caused by us crossing the bridge?
No, it's
Or
the seismic activity for sure.
Definitely not an angry red dragon blowing bubbles out his nose underneath the water.
Not yet, no. But no, it's definitely, yeah, it is a great idea. I'll bank that in the notes. But it is definitely the seismic activity more so than anything else.
So seeing that the part of the bridge started to give out beneath Robert, Ren is going to use his shape changer feature as a transmutation wizard and uses once a day free polymorph to turn into his namesake, a little tiny bird. And
Lovely. And you can move a little bit closer to your mic, or move your mic closer to you. Indeed, that would be very good.
Oh, sorry.
Good. That's all right.
Yeah. I pushed it away because I was sneezing.
That's okay. So Ren, yeah, you can certainly move your token. Would you like to investigate any of the chamber while you have the gift of flight?
Yeah. Now, question: because Ren has dark vision, would that when he polymorphs would?
Yeah, I think so. Goodbye, Reprobate Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. I think you're playing your home game tonight, is it? So good luck. I think that's the one where you're a paladin. So best of luck and smite for your life. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, Ren. You said I think you carry. No, do you not have the?
It's a magical. It's not my actual eyes have dark vision. It's
I'm happy to say. I'm happy to say that's all good. Yep, you can carry that with you.
So I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna stay over the river because I can't imagine the steam is great.
No, it's very uncomfortable on your little feathers.
So I'm just gonna flit through as quickly as I can, and then very quickly kind of check around the corner.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna shift ping that so everyone can see. I don't know how far we are behind on the stream, but there we go. Oh, it's not too bad. So I shift ping that. Can you guys see there? It's sort of you can move it. Thanks a million. Ren, yeah, you can see now that the cave in the corridor continues south. I think we should move here.
Yep, I'm just doing a quick scout. I'm not going.
That's okay. Yeah. As you move in, are you flying into this cavern?
No, I'm getting to the edge and then I'm flying back.
Okay, so you do a quick kind of small bird kind of swallow, like quick flick around.
Swallowing, edging, all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's episode 69, motherfucker. So as you make it, you can see what looks like another inspiration. Thank you very much, Ravens Ranger. Subscribed for 15 months, currently in a 15-month streak. We appreciate you. Lumbering Paddy says, Ren finds a bunch of men with straw masks. And the sound of tin whistles, bro. Very good.
No tin whistles. That'll.
Hey, lay down. Okay, cool. And you make it back.
I'm going to move really dramatic transformation back as he kind of just flips out and then kind of looks like.
Nice.
Yeah, it kind of looks like as his wings kind of spread, it's his jacket kind of reforming around him and then boom, onto the ground.
Nice. Bat! Okay, who else would like to. So who's going next? Derek, Mazzelu, or Scales?
Go on, Derek. I think you should cross while we're holding the rope.
Yeah, Derek. I think you should cross.
Yeah, there's a new way.
Question.
You should cross
Johnny
now.
and crossing bodies of
Derek know
water
how to
always
swim?
goes well.
This is true, yeah. The last time you tried to do this, Johnny?
Was it the log parkour in like episode 4?
was
I think
Bernard.
it was
No,
Fenar, yeah.
Yeah.
He was Fenarsh now. Shane, who was there at the time, is in chat. And he says, "Ask McBob 689, do it, chicken, do it. I'll do it
Yeah,
now."
so-
Listen, if Jaden was here, he would have run across that bridge and then
He would have, yeah.
continued on and on and on and never came back.
Fucking Glave's a helicopter.
Yeah, so Derek will like this, okay?
What armor are you
He
wearing,
just-
Derek? Is it? It's heavy plate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's chainmail, yeah.
Ah, okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay, Derek, are you running, pumping as fast as your little legs can carry you, or are you
Ye-
just being careful?
He first, like, just grab his medallion of the Raven Queen and just, like, utter a prayer as he casts guidance on himself.
You hear a you can take the guidance, but you hear kind of gurgling from the stream below, almost as the stream itself is protesting to your communication with the Raven's Queen. Sorry, with the Raven Queen, that link. Maybe that's you overthinking it. Hard to know.
And he just
Maybe
takes a step back
Oh.
and he charge.
Okay, cool. So
I
Derek,
just want to say, I feel like casting guidance on yourself shouldn't be allowed in public, but
it depends on how good you get at it. But Derek, as you stop in the middle, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw. You can do this with advantage because you're ootling along.
Even with his short legs.
It'd be grand. Come on. Dexterity saving throw with advantage. How bad could this go?
Plus
Look at that. 15. Again, something. His hand reaches up. Manages to grab onto the edge of the bridge where the bone once was, and you can see now it looks like the wonderful glowing water. Is it caused by stamping adventurers in half and shaking them until they glow? Who knows? There's only one way to find out. Derek, you can see as you run across again one of these zombified bodies floating down the river now, and as you look down, I think you have a decent passive perception as well, and you're kind of expecting this. It does manage to grab onto the side of the bridge beside you. You can see now again this hand, and if you've ever left any piece of meat or anything boiling for quite a long time, it does tend to slough off the bone. And as it grabs onto the side of the bridge, the current now that it's resisting begins to slough off a lot of the meat on this arm until the rest of its body granted this buoyancy by the fact that it's hanging on to the bridge, seems to float up, and you can see for a second it looks to be elven, and then all of a sudden the flesh here at the shoulder, it was weak enough as it stood already, just begins to it sloughs off again, and the rest of the body just separates from the arm with a sort of a sickening sound, and you're left with this hand just hanging onto the bridge.
Did it look like it tried to grab like that piece of bone?
No, that pizza bone is gone.
Oh, is that
It
gone? Okay.
looked like it tried to
Okay.
grab you, Derek.
Okay. No, I missed that part.
That's all right.
I tried
No,
to
no.
grab your bone, Derek.
Episode 69 strikes again.
So, like, are these just like slow cooked zombies essentially?
Yeah,
Like,
that's exactly what they are.
probably pretty easy to kill though, but still
Yeah.
gross.
Messy.
Round the next one is going to be air fryer zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who's next?
Is this the
Girls,
same
are you
water
going
with bits being
across?
counted?
That's McGrob says, this is the
Um,
same water with bits we encountered so very long ago. I think that was up in the mines above Templetown.
Never know.
It could be. I mean, we would have to commission It's a Map to draw a very, very detailed map of the Underdark in that whole Artex area. So, but I mean, I'm happy to say it could be. We'll see.
That river did continue on underground.
It did. It sure did. Mazello and Scales, who's going next?
Before Scales attempts to cross, while he was staring into the river, are there any loose pebbles around me?
Yeah.
So he's going to pick up one or two and he's going to chuck it in the water, roughly where he thought he saw the thing.
The zombie.
he just saw a flash. He actually hadn't been paying any attention.
You would have seen that flash in the heavily mirrored surface. So this entire wall here, let me just draw it for you. This entire wall here is a heavily mirrored and sort of polished obsidian like surface. And anyone who's looked at it for a certain amount of time has seen it sort of shift, and you've seen images in it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely okay. I want to pick up like a small rock then, if there's one, and chuck it at the mirror.
Okay.
As hard as I can. Because I'm remembering the obsidian mirror that I still have a bit of in my bag.
Yeah, no problem at all. And you fling it, and the mist almost seems to part in reaction to the kinetic energy associated with this throw, and to tink and bloop falls in. Scales, you examine the mirror again. Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please? Or you can choose. You can choose to save. You can choose to fail this one, if you wish.
No, I think I'll succeed on this one.
Okay, so as you succeed on this wisdom saving throw, you do see for a split second. Me pull up my map. You do see for a split second the town of Somerton in that reflection, as the obsidian just seems to unfurl, almost like if you were to pour ink into water and then just reverse that effect. It's almost like these inky tendrils just pull back and unfurl before you, and you can see the image of Somerton. You can see the image of it sort of zooms in towards your house, but then you kind of resist it, and you manage to. Oh, that was weird.
Okay, so he'll shake that off, and he makes a mental note. However likely he is to remember that he made this mental note, though, that he must check out the bit of obsidian he has in his pack to see if it does any swirly stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
But we'll see if that ever happens.
Prologue 10, indeed.
He's going to go back over here, and he is going to take out his bridge friend.
Hello, Scales. I'm glad you called. I'm rather disappointed all of your friends and companions have chosen to use
an inferior bridge.
Bridget.
Well, I'm not crossing that thing, so.
Does our bridge have a name?
Do you like to ask Scales' bridge if it has a name?
Well, Ren's not going to ask because this bridge doesn't like Ren. So.
Okay. Rixian just got a boon.
Hey, thank you.
None of Scale's special friends that he ends up carrying with him ever seem to like Ren.
Most NPCs don't seem to like Ren. He's not exactly the most friendly person at first.
He's not. No, he's
not just NPCs. Let's be honest.
No, we love Ren.
Disintegrate on the bridge as Mazellu's crossing.
So yeah, Scales will lay out his bridge friend, who he just calls Bridge.
Okay. So, Solid 10 D&D, you're welcome in. You guys have been so excited to play tonight. 3 weeks is too long, I know, right? I think it's been a lot longer than that for me, and the nerves were real, let me tell you. But yeah, Scales, you pull out your magical portable bridge. There's a tingle of magic, and it translates to almost excitement into Scales as the bridge unfurls. Put your feet on me, Scales, and walk across me.
Thank you, Bridge.
Crazy.
And then Scales will make his way over.
Scales, yeah, as you your
bridge.
So your bridge is going directly over the other bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, as it does that, you can see it does inflict some damage upon it. A lot of the planks and things do fall into the water. So, I don't know whether Mazzelli wants to use Scales' bridge, or would you like to use the remaining bits of the bridge that are left behind?
It's going like over the halfway mark of this bridge, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go over this half of the bridge as I'm here with the rope, and then I'll jump onto that other bridge.
Yeah, give us athletics or acrobatics, your choice, and don't roll a 1.
Well, I suck at both, so let's go.
I thought you were good at athletics.
No.
13 is more than enough. Yeah, as you make it across, Scales. Yeah, your feet land with a thump. And you can see that sort of blue sand begin to creep towards you again. The steam again, so you do feel more of that seismic activity as the ground begins. Sorry, the ground beneath you begins to shake and tremble. Some of these I'll shift ping here. Some of these cracks beginning to widen now. The ones beside Ren to maybe just like the thickness of a wrist, and there's some jets of steam and what's sort of a darker coloring to them begin to just shoot out now. There's a smell of thick sulfur beginning to fill the air. Not so much as it's going to affect your ability to breathe, but it is uncomfortable. If anyone wants to interact with this piece of reflective obsidian, this will be your last chance, unless you come back this way, which is highly doubtful.
Sure, it's just a steam room. We're grand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is a resounding no. Okay,
No,
love
carry
it.
on.
Carry on, my wayward sons. Lovely. Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
as the
collect bridge.
Yep, collect. Oh, yes. I'm glad to be feeling useful today, Scales.
You did a good job.
Thank you very much, but I'm rather uncomfortable by this seismic activity, Scales. I think you should be careful. You know.
Okay.
I think there are dangerous things around here. Mazzello, as you
It's
move
the
around,
Underdark.
you can see there's a large rock here in front of you, which you definitely move past. Some more of that blue sand, but you're quick enough to move through it so as it doesn't sort of spring to life and attach itself to you. Mazzello and Eryxium moving through, you can see there's a large pink tree, another one of those trees that were in that area where the Dark Elf scouting party, where Eryxium, as you move through, you can see now a large cave here with what looks like two higher levels, one on the west as I shift ping, and one on the south. They rise up about 20 feet above the ground in a sort of a very, very slight gradient. It's not a steep climb by any means. Everyone, as you hear these tremors begin to increase.
So what you're saying is a good ambush spot. Cool.
Yeah, pretty much. Looks like it. If you guys want to run through, you certainly can.
Hey, ambush is my favorite kind of bush.
Hambush is my favorite type of bush. Yeah, and it's around about that time I'm going to get you to stop there as the
George
ground.
Bush is my
As
We
favorite.
get ambushed.
Yeah, as the ground begins to shake and tremble. And Eryxium Mazzello, you are unfortunately very, very close to what is about to happen here.
Giggity.
Something very, very familiar bursts through the ground. It's the purple worm that you. What are you fucking cheering about? Yay! Purple worm. As the ground explodes beneath you, you can see now this giant creature, Shift C, emerges from the ground. This screeching noise. This cavernous maw just scoops up most of the sand right beside you. Eryxium, we're going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. DC for this is going to be 12, but thank you very much, Keen Scully, for the prime sub. Oh.
Nope.
So let's use a boom.
One-eyed purple people eater.
Boom will not work.
Oh, sorry, it's a 6. Yeah. Oh, that's a nat 1. Okay, this is going to be bad. So,
Inspo.
you've got loads of inspos.
Jesus.
Oh, we've got an intro.
I will
yeah.
confirm that
Let's
this
look at-
that this will be bad, very bad. If
We have an inspo pool, yeah.
yeah.
A 21.
Okay, 21. Yeah. As this thing emerges from
Anonymous.
the ground now, you can see now that the jaws are wide. Eryxium, you begin to teeter backwards and almost to fall completely right down this thing's throat as this cavernous jaws just part. And Mazzello, it's just for the fact that you're quick wit, you reach out and grab his wrist. Eryxium and Mazzello. Eryxium standing, teetering back. You look over your shoulder. It's 60 feet down into this thing's mouth, and presumably its stomach and then digestive tract. Mazzello, this thing seems to have frozen for a brief moment in time. You look to Eryxium's eyes. You can see the sand begin, almost like an hourglass, the sand beneath his feet begin to just sort of shift and flow down. The ledge on which he's standing get more precarious. You lock eyes with Eryxium, that's where we take our break. I think we will see you guys back here in just about 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you for sticking us with it. Thank you for sticking with us. Great to be back. We love you all, and we will be back for a hardcore mode purple worm fight, because these guys are all level 11 now.
Getting down with the purple worm.
Well, we
Have a
have
long
level
rest.
down.
Yeah, we're
I'm
only
happy you
level 10.
took the break there, Dave, because I am having an issue.
Okay, no worries.
Hey,
So we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome back to part 2 of episode 69, nice, of the Sopherone Saga. And where you left us off, we were deep in the Underdark, chasing some mind flayers who had abducted the Behemoth Temple guards from the surface of Sopherone and brought them down, keeping most of them alive for some particular reason. That's what says your ma has worms. If you're a hero, I'd give you inspiration for that. Only to make their way through like several miles and days and weeks of passageways. Very, very determined to bring these gentlemen and ladies back to their families and their duties, more so probably in Arixium's case. But where you left us off was a giant purple worm emerging, crashing through the red and blue sand here, with nothing but murder and feasting on its mind. And with that in mind, I am going to check I didn't leave the turn order populated. Somebody, Scales, you roll initiative already? Okay, I will remove all turns, clear that. And what I will do then is I will change the music to Cry Havoc, motherfucker. No, I think we'll go back to the start of Cry Havoc, because it's always nice the way it starts. Gung, 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 gung. I would like you all to roll initiative as this purple worm begins to consider how many of you it can fit into its mouth at one time. Episode 69.
What if we just say no?
Oh, lads, I've got a 4.
Didn't ask it.
Oh, I think I'm going to use my inspiration on that initiative roll, and I'm going to re-roll it. So let's.
You're not going to re-roll that.
I am going to re-roll my
I thought we
initiative
can't
order.
re-roll initiative.
Did we agree on that?
It's never been done before.
Just
Well,
it's not been
well,
done before doesn't mean.
I'm happy to say we can do it.
No, I was always under the assumption we can't, but that's fair.
That's a 15. It's got -2 in its dexterity though, so it's on 15 now. So you can take away my inspiration there. Thank you very much, Technomistress. Is everybody in? Cause the chomping is about to begin. Robert, Arixium, Ren, Purple Worm, Robert. What are you doing, my friend, as you see this gargantuan creature? Probably about, I would argue, the height of a double-decker bus, and probably 3 times as long.
I would,
Episode 69.
in a normal situation, I would pull out my drawing utensils.
Yeah.
And I don't know what drawing supplies are called. Is it utensils? That sounds like wrong, but okay, whatever.
Materials. Artist materials, I would say.
Usually I would pull those out and start sketching. However, we've already seen this thing. And
We've
I've
seen this
already
thing
drawn
once,
it.
indeed.
I've already drawn it.
Pull up the
So-
character sheet and see what its AC is.
I am
Oh,
going
okay,
to
okay, so
run up
nothing
to
amazing.
here and give it a good old, just a little test. A
Okay.
little test throw.
Test the waters, as it were, yeah?
And its reflexes, you know. Actually, reconsidering that, I'm not a monk. I will. Yeah, I'll just attack it.
a monk.
I'll just attack it with
Okay.
my action.
Nor Johnny anymore.
No.
Oh.
That's a deep burn. That's a deep burn. We've got the anti-Santa here tonight.
Krampus.
Yeah.
Throwing the silver dagger of returning at it.
Okay, round to hit, my friend. And it's a 17. Unfortunately, its AC can now be revealed at 18.
Can I
Would you
use
like
a
to
boon?
add a boon? You can add a
Yeah.
boon, and all you need is a 1 on a 1d4, which you will get. So that is a hit, my friend, for what is it? 20 points of piercing damage. Let's see how
No,
it
it's
feels.
it's 5 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 20 points of
Yeah,
piercing.
you should get the sneak. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's see how it feels. Resistances. No resistances, but it's immune to everything, I'm afraid. So, only joking.
It's a magical dagger.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
release
that's
the bees.
20 points of damage. So, what are you doing here? Whoa, that was weird. Boop. Yeah, minus 20. Okay, as the dagger hurls end over end, boom, 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 squelches into the side, right between two of those purple sort of armor plates. You can see that sort of black line or that darker hint that suggests a fleshy undercarriage. What's the episode 69? Is a fleshy undercarriage. It squelches in. It barely seems to register, as it seems more interested in Eryxium and Mazzellu. Anything else you'd like to do?
I will bonus action dash up to here.
Bonus action dash up to there. You can see the blue sands beginning to move towards you as you end your movement there. Anything else?
No.
Okay, moving on. Eryxium, teetering on the edge of the hole here. This thing, its jaws parted, almost like the Sarlacc pit, ready to eat you. What would you like to do?
Well, seeing as I seem to have its attention, let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
Loopity loop. Draw its attention this way.
How?
By moving. If it wants to eat me, fucking.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he will, as a bonus action, Hexblade's Curse the creature.
Okay.
And then let's start swinging and see if we can't shave some of this worm off.
Okay, so that cursed isn't the one that. Oh, that's a natural one, my friend.
That count as flanking.
That's true. That's a 14. Unfortunately, 14 is a miss. You can use your inspo, or you can use your boon and hope for a 4. Or you can do both. You can use the boon first.
Apologies.
It's all right.
Have I got a boon? How many boons I got?
You have 2 left.
Yeah, boon.
Okay, you need a 4 to get a hit on the 14, which AC is 18. That has a 1. Would you like to try an inspo? You have one there.
No, this is
4.
not blast all the inspos. We'll go for the second swing.
Yep, swing the second.
God damn.
17. You've 1 boon left. That will make it a hit.
Yeah, we'll use the boon because.
Okay, you drop the boon. You are going to hit this thing. Lovely, sir. It's a 21 now.
Okay, asshole. For 7 points of slash.
7 points of damage. You're what are you wielding? A longsword?
Longsword, yes.
Yeah, your longsword sails through, but bounces off the rubbery flesh of the hide of this thing, and it sort of bounces back. You reverse the grip and swing it along. This time vertically to go with the line of with the line between those purple plates of armor, and again your blade does sort of sing true and slash in between those plates, but unfortunately doesn't seem like you're making much headway. The thing doesn't even screech. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Ren, what have you got? Here we go. There he
I'm
is.
going to use the wand of magic missile and blast 6 levels of magic missile into this thing's mouth hole.
So 1 less than what it takes to destroy it.
As always.
Okay, so it's going to be 6 magic missiles sail out of this.
Actually 8 darts. But
8 darts. Okay, 8 darts. 8 magic missile darts sail out of your wand and just screech around through this cavern. Can I ask, does
Butter all over his face?
Yeah, there, episode 69. There is a bit of bioluminescence here, Ren. You have dark vision. Are we okay for dark vision, or do we need...
Some might say it's a right Jackson Pollock down here.
Hey. But that aside, Ren, I think you can see it, and the magic missiles always hit. So you got to sail in with the bludgeoning damage, and it does seem to react to that one as the missiles sail down its throat. You can just like boom, 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 and it screeches now, and it's like a deepy growl to it as well, somewhere far down its stomach. Anything else you'd like to do?
He'd like to run away, but he's not going to.
Okay. You are the one that damaged it, Ryan. It is going to move towards you. First thing it's going to do is it's going to...
2 other people damaged it.
You did the most damage, my friend. That's what it reacts to. It hasn't. I'm not going to tell you what its intelligence is. It is going to use its tunneler, so the worm can burrow through solid rock, half its burrow speed, and it leaves. This is not solid rock, however. A 10-foot diameter tunnel in its wake, so it's going to use its movement. Don't need to glaive if you're very far away. Case in point, says Shane in chat. So it's what's its movement here, lads? Speed is. So it disappears. I'm going to move it to the.
Attack of opportunity?
You do? Would you like to make one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Free?
I'm not gonna. Not my job to suggest it, big man.
Sentinel, please.
That's an 8, unfortunately.
Would it
No.
not be the 20?
No, I wasn't flanking.
No,
It's
you weren't.
facing me.
Yeah.
But Erixium was.
That's mine.
Erixium's is first.
So no, you're not going to get flanking on that. I'm afraid it is gone. I see why you're doing it. But Mazzello hasn't made the attack yet, and it hasn't attacked him. I actually shouldn't have given you that. But sure, it doesn't matter. Let's move on.
They moved away from me, so I still get the attack, right?
Oh, you do? Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, is I missed anyway, so it don't matter.
Oh, you rolled. Sorry. Erixium. Oh, sorry. That was your attack. Erixium, you've no boons left. Shit. Sorry, I was looking at 8, and I thought that was Erixium.
No.
It is gonna move though. It's going to merge to here. Now this is going to be rather difficult because Mazzello, it is going to throw you back a little bit as it emerges here, and it's going to make 2 attacks. 1 attack on Ren and 1 attack on you. Could I get a d20, please? And whoever rolls the highest is going to get the sting.
What? I'll roll it.
As you can see now, as it emerges completely, there is a very, very...
No, that's D2, not D20. That's an all.
Okay, a d20.
I think Sting is busy with the police at the minute. And
He is, absolutely.
Yeah, he's
Don't stand that close to him now, because you'll be in trouble. 15 for Ren, and can I get a d20 from 6? So Ren, you're going to get the sting, which I think is a little, but it's arguable. Here we go. As it emerges now, it shoots out on your end. Oh, look who's back! Yes, we're back on your end, and so are you. Welcome along. Yes, this thing emerges out. Mazzello, you're almost thrown backwards now, but the sting whips around, and Ren, you just see it, just the end of this purple worm. It's this thick black stinger, and it's dripping this thick purple ichor. It's completely coated in it as it makes 1 attack against you with the tail stinger. That is a 33 to hit.
No. Never.
So you're going to take 18 piercing and 34 poison.
I am in severe pain.
I need a DC 19 Constitution saving throw. You'll take all that poison damage. Half as much in a successful save.
On D20s.
Okay. So you're going to take 18
no, 19 plus. Yeah, so yeah, I'll take the 19.
Yeah. I would hope you would. You're going to take 18 piercing and 17 poison. As this thing now, you almost dumbfounded, as you've never seen anything on the sheer size and scale of this purple worm, and almost around from the side, as you're fascinated by the cavern's maw. The end of it just whips around, and that huge stinger just catches you. If you had been any slower, it would have pierced you from side to side, but it does catch a huge amount of the skin in your back, raking past your spinal cord, and you can feel the poison seeping in. You do manage to resist though, but here comes the bite for Mazzello.
I feel like this is the perfect situation. Ren does a Wilhelm scream.
No! Here we go. Okay, this is where things could get real bad. Here comes the bite.
Can we feed somebody with a jetpack to it instead, please?
That's 25.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, so what we're going to get is an 18 points of piercing damage. I need a DC 19 dexterity saving throw, or you're going to be swallowed by the worm.
Not a chance.
That's a 5. Do you like to use an inspiration?
Nope.
Come on, you have it. Why would you not use the inspiration?
Because I have a 0 on dex, so that's not going to save me.
It's a 1 in 20
faith.
chance.
Interesting that the religious one is so faithless.
Well,
Yeah.
I find his lack
I'm
of faith
faithless in
disturbing.
Ryan's dice throwing, not fucking Mazellu's act of God.
Okay, I'm just saying that this it's a pretty serious moment for our life cleric here.
It is, yeah.
Um,
But I'm not wasting any spell on that.
Wow. Okay. Right. So you are swallowed by the worm. A swallowed creature is blinded and restrained, and it is total cover against attacks. You're going to take 66 points of acid damage at the start of each of the worm's turn. If the worm takes 30 points of damage or more in a single turn from a creature inside it, the worm's got to succeed on a DC 21 con saving throw at the end of that turn, or regurgitate all swallowed creatures. They can swallow more than one, which fall prone in the space at least within 10 feet of the worm. If the worm dies, swallowed creature is no longer restrained and is out. Right. The duet you never knew you needed. Prince and Sting, a tantric purple worm rain. Jesus Christ. Episode 69 strikes again. That is it for the purple worm. We're moving on to Scales. What would you like to do?
So Scales is going to bonus action rage and instinctively pounce and appear
Okay.
just beside Ren. Oh, hang on. So it is there.
Yep.
And he'll scooch here. Ugh, I'm all off the grid. That'll do. And he is going to recklessly attack with his turtle mace.
Okay.
Turtle mace.
Roll to hit.
I actually have a question. If I hit him and use my steam cloud, I obscure the area around me until my next turn.
Yes.
But would that affect me making my second hit?
Nah, I'm happy to say that you can see through that. It would seem
Also,
a
it's
little
a
bit silly.
ginormous purple
Yeah.
worm. It's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, pretty hard to miss. So okay, so roll to hit.
That is a 27 to hit.
27 will hit. Its AC is 18.
So that is 16 points of damage, and I am going to use the steam cloud
Okay.
spell or a charge. So a 5-foot radius around me. Each creature must make a DC 15 con saving throw or take 2d12 fire damage on a fail save or half on.
Okay, so it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. As you swing the turtle mace at it. Here comes your con saving throw. Plus 6. Plus. I'll roll again. Plus 11. I didn't see that, so I got plus 11. 21.
So you take 7 points.
I think you rolled pretty much the same thing. Did I roll 9 and
damage.
10? Yeah. 7 points of damage. Plus what's the bludgeoning and the rage?
Oh, so 16 points
23.
of damage and then 7. Yeah.
Okay, minus 23. Yeah, that hits it with a good crack. And you can see one of the plates just kind of scooch in. And this steam shoots out. Ren, you kind of get a little bit blinded by it. But you're kind of used to... You're used to this Scales' style of combat now with this weapon. Anything else you'd like to do, Scales?
Second attack is a 14 to hit. I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay.
Ba-doop, boop, boop. That is a 27 to hit again for another 15 points of damage.
Okay, no problem at all. Minus 15. Another hard strike now. And the thing does seem to react to this. As in that same plate, you're hammering, bang, bang. You can see now that purple spined armor plate begin to crunch and fold inwards as this thing begins to react now. Its head swishes around and just one eye, just kind of black eye, almost like shark eyes, just begins to roll around your heart. It's hard to know if it's looking at you or not, but you do feel like it singles you out and it's identified the creature that is now doing the most damage to it. Is that it for...
Yeah. Being harassed by the ancestral guardians.
Okay, so you let us know what that does.
So that means that while I stay raging, and once I've hit it, the ancestral protectors just harass it repeatedly, and until the start of my next turn, he has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against me.
Okay, that...
If he hits anyone other than me, that person will have resistance to the damage.
Okay, good to know. Thank you very much.
Slashing damage.
Scales, Mazellu, as you are bitten by this thing, you feel this rhythmic sort of what's the word I use? It's kind of rhythmic just
Pulsating.
pulsating.
True,
Thank you. This rhythmic pulsating movement of its thick and acidic like tongue as you feel its throat muscles just tighten around you now as you feel your body constricted for all of its size and shape. The maw is cavernous and gargantuan, but when you're swallowed down into it, you feel that the muscles of this throat and this swallow action push you further down until you're in complete darkness now. You feel the stomach acids begin to work their way and start to dissolve you and the items you carry. Mazzello, you are now restrained and you are in total darkness.
Okay.
Let me just pull the details up again so we all know what's going on. Paste. Boop. Okay, cool.
So, as I get swallowed into this creature, and
you're blinded, restrained, and sorry, that's it. So you're blinded and restrained.
Okay.
My bad.
Sitting here, realizing this isn't great.
Yeah.
Hail Mary time. Okay. As Mazzello just grabs hold of his pendant, opens his eyes even though not being able to see anything, raises his fist, and brings down the fucking dawn. It's a hammer of dawn straight down on top of this fucking purple worm.
So you're gonna cast
Entered on
dawn.
me.
Okay, so do you? Okay,
Don't
so
need
it's
to
one
see.
action. It's
There's a location
VSM.
you specify,
Okay,
which I'm
Cool.
specifying right in front of me.
rightio. So a restrained creature speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. It attacks against the creature. It doesn't say it can't cast spells. You're restrained. You're not paralyzed.
I need a con
VSM.
save.
So verbal, somatic. Somatic, you are restrained. I'm not going to say that you need to do a fucking a fucking interpretive dance.
Yeah.
Material, sunburst pendant, which is on you. That makes sense. That's all good. Okay, so it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Coming at you like Cleopatra. Here comes. Plus
Apologize
11.
to everyone else around me.
That's a 24.
So he saves, so he takes half damage.
Okay, so what do we need to do? You need to do 30 points of damage, and it needs to make then a DC 21.
Yeah, so I think that would be 30 total if he takes half.
So that's only 18, but then half, so 9 points.
Okay, so it's going to take 9 points of damage. Is there anything else you can do?
Pray.
Okay.
Get busy praying.
So
All right.
are any of us caught in that range?
Oh, sorry. You all need to make that.
So it's 30 total.
The dome will hit it and just shoot out.
Yeah,
Ryan should have done a thing there. You're all caught in it.
Yeah.
I have done a thing. I don't know
What
if you can
kind of
see
save
it or
is
not.
it? Is
I can
it
see
a
it.
deck
It's
save?
a con save.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah. As from inside the creature, this light of searing dawn just emerges through the cracks, and you all need to make your inspo's. People says it's a map. Inspo's plot twist. Mazzello kills the party. This lumbering party. So yes, or else you're going to take
use my
17,
inspo to
18 points of damage. It's not the
reroll.
worst now, lads. So
I clicked the wrong button. It's fucking initiative. How did I click initiative
oh
instead?
god, is there another Robert in the fucking?
Constitution?
So,
No.
Derek's the only one that passes.
No, Erixium
Sorry, I
doesn't
accidentally-
really advantage on all spells.
Accidentally, someone
Oh,
clicked.
okay, so Rick's
Okay.
fine then.
That's the spell shield.
Yeah.
Spellguard shield. Yeah, nice.
Dave, I accidentally clicked initiative instead of Constitution somehow. So
Yeah. Do you want to roll again?
Well, no, you
my
did a con
initiative-
save there.
Yeah,
Are you
but
in-
I
are you-
also
are you in there
changed
twice?
What I'm saying is I also changed my initiative to 19 instead of the 23 that it was.
Okay, so it should be
I'm
20.
still in the
No
same
worries.
position, to be fair.
Oh, yeah,
That's
so I'm
all-
in
yeah.
the same position.
That's
as
all
I-
good, but it feels better with a 23, so I've changed it back. All good. Okay, so everyone's taking that damage from Mazzello.
How much was the damage?
Just 18 to
18.
anyone that failed, which
Cool. Thank
the only
you.
people that survived
is
was Derek.
It is
and
a
Erixium.
sobering thought to and slightly painful and comforting at the same time to know that Mazzello is indeed still alive. For now.
Do you see the light?
How much Oh, I take
18 points.
It's
18.
the divine strike.
Is
wouldn't
that can I?
apply.
I can't dodge that damage, right? Uncanny dodge.
No, unfortunately,
No.
it is not an area of. It's not a. Yeah, there's a. It's not a D. It's not a dexterity saving throw thing. I think that's- uncanny dodge. You can. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. You can you can uncanny dodge any damage.
Okay. I'll
So-
uncanny dodge that because I don't especially
Yeah.
feel like taking 18 points of damage.
No worries. Moving on to Darak then. If that's it for Mazzelli.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to try divine inspiration there. That's what I thought you were going for.
The problem is I actually have used that.
Oh shit. Okay. All
We
right.
have not slept.
No,
Moving on to
otherwise I would
Darak.
have
Darak.
something much nastier.
Yeah. What are you doing? Brendo?
I had a lot to think about how to say this, but after seeing Mazzello is still alive, so he is happy. And he knows the worm doesn't understand it, but he doesn't care. He just now like say, you think you can eat one of us? Not today, worm. Because we're not gonna take this, and this is where your diet starts. As he casts Guiding Bolt.
Guiding bolt.
On
What
sec-
level, my
on
friend?
second level.
Second level. 28 will
Yeah.
hit. It's 10 over the AC. The Raven Queen's guiding bolt, all black and greys and feathers, just shoots from Darak's hand. How much damage does it do, my friend?
20 in total.
20 points of damage. Wow. Okay, this thing sails through, and yeah, you can see now it blows one of the scales completely off, and you can see it screeches in pain. Mazzello, you feel inside the stomach muscles begin to clench, and as this thing thrashes around, there's not much room in this thing's stomach, and you are completely blinded, but you do feel thrown slightly around the place, and that stomach acid begins to wash over you now. You can feel your eyelids begin to singe as you close your eyes reflexively. You can feel what remains of your eyelids beginning to singe and almost disintegrate away. As Darak, anything else you'd like to do? How many torches is there?
He's going to move just a little bit back against the wall and the tree. So yeah, that's all he can do.
Okay, moving on. Robert, what would you like? We're back to the top of the turn order.
Robert is going to jump into the... No, I can't jump into that thing's mouth. I would like to do damage from inside of it, but...
You need to do 30, and then it will be DC
if I
21
don't do
con save.
enough-
It has plus... So, here are the stats, right? It has plus 11 on a DC... On its Constitution saving throw, right? Which means it ends up pretty much at a 50-50 if it needs a DC 21, right? So it's kind of like roll less than 10, you make it. If it rolls more than 10, it doesn't. Excuse me. I do have 2 boons that I will be using.
I don't want to
Yeah,
be that
no,
guy. It does say from a creature inside of it. When it-
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's why you're talking about going inside it.
Yeah.
Episode
Alright,
69.
Yeah.
But the thing is I'm not confident in my ability to deal that amount of damage
30 points of damage.
consistently. Yes, I don't trust it.
Do you have your now it's in 1 round, so do you have your action surge?
No, we haven't slept
Ah, okay.
or taken a short rest. I
Okay.
asked for a short rest.
Yeah. I get you. I hear. Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
In which case, I'm just going to take aim and
Yep.
throw a silver dagger of returning at it.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's normal. I'll roll again because I have advantage.
Yeah. How do you have advantage?
Guiding
Because I
bolt.
took aim.
Got you go. Thank you very much.
No,
Cool.
I took aim.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, no crit.
So which damage are we using? 21.
I don't know. I would be happy to use the other one because it's.
I know
more,
you would, but unfortunately, you're going with your second attack. So that it is a 20.
It's not a second attack. It's advantage.
It's the reroll.
Yeah.
It's not.
But
it's not-
traditionally, we've gone with the damage
Yeah,
associated with that
yeah,
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not a
So
23.
23.
Yeah, and
It's
seeing
magical.
that armor plate being blown
actually-
off. What's up?
No, it is calculated in. Never mind.
Yeah, you see that armor plate blown off, and you just you see your chance, and the dagger sails through, hitting this this thick sort of light purple fleshy underbelly, and it just sinks in. It does react very, very, very obviously to that strike, and it looks particularly hurt. Thank you very much for the who gave us the boon? Hey, fucking.
Am I allowed to use that now, or do I have to wait for my turn? I don't mind.
You
I'm just
can use it
asking.
whenever you like.
I better use
What
it
would you
now.
do to you? How would you use it out of turn?
Healing.
Oh, not the boon. I gave.
Oh, sorry, the 1d4. Sorry, yeah, of course, absolutely. Use it. Yep, as soon as it lands, you use it. Sorry, I thought it was a boon. Okay, anything else, Robert?
No, that's it. for me.
Okay, we're up to
I can't
Erixium.
do more.
My mouse has gone on strike. So
I mean, if
5,
anyone
10,
can do at least
15,
30 damage
20.
inside the yoke.
So just for clarification purposes,
Yeah,
just putting like a Paul Atreides and jumping into the worm's maw is an option.
absolutely it is. Yep.
Oh, yeah, fucking.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Are you sure?
5, 10. No.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Before you do this, I will say, right, that its turn is coming up after Ren.
Yes,
okay.
it is.
And then you're immediately going to take that acid damage because it happens at the start of its turn. You will be oh, all right, cool. Let's just do this. I just wanted to make sure that we're all good.
Yeah.
Alright, he
Yeah.
just kills himself. Let's go.
It's been nice knowing you guys.
10, 15, 20,
20.
25. So, boom, right in the fucking gob.
All right.
So, and
Changes
as he,
mind.
What does this look like? I need you to fucking narrate the scene for me.
oh, well, I mean, it's the slow-mo running
Yeah.
as the big, thick boots display and crush all the blue insects as they emerge from the red sand. And then as he comes to the edge of its self-made sarlacc, but he just dives. Both hands come together, even though the shield's on the arm. It's only counted as a single-handed strike. And it's just taking out the pelvic ganglion at the back of this thing's throat with the longsword.
Yeah, okay, love it. So, all right, roll to hit. I'm going to give you advantage on that because it's fucking epic.
I just picture now like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with Drax jumping into that
Yeah.
worm's mouth.
26, right? Well, we're going, like, this is a suicide mission. We're going in for our brother. So let's drop a smite.
Okay, so it's 11 points of damage. Now, you're not inside it yet, but you will be at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
That's 21
So-
points of damage.
21 on the first strike.
Yep. It screeches now as you just sever that thing just hanging at the back of its throat, and it begins to it swallows it with you. This gush of black liquid spewing from the severed severed piece of its anatomy as you begin to slither further down its throat, swinging one more attack as you do
Take
so.
out this throat.
23 for another
14
7.
and a 14. I'll take the 23. So let's drop another smite.
Okay.
Nothing. Crit. Roll them dice. So an 18. So that will be 39 total on the 2 attacks.
So it's 18 for the second attack.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, 16. 16 max.
Okay, I'll give it an extra 2. Give it an extra 2. So they're plus 2. That might make all the difference. Yeah, as you guys just see Mazelu now, just the sword just raised high above his head, the sand flying with each push from his powerful legs as he just surges forward now over the side of the pit that this purple worm has made, and he sails straight down its throat. You can see black ichor spewing up as the purple worm begins to cough and thrash. And is there anything that they hear? Is there any last words or utterances that they hear from from Erixium as he sails into this thing's stomach?
Oh, what was the I'm about to give you indigestion.
Lovely. Is that it for Erixium?
Yep.
Okay, Ren.
But both of them being in there has entirely changed my plan because, like, this thing's mouth is pretty big, so I assume inside its mouth was a point I could see to cast a fireball inside its face. But now
Yes,
I can't
I
do
will
that.
say you can.
No, I can't, because that's just
Okay.
So I am going to
What
wait
you
for my character
could
sheet to load.
do, what you could do is cast banishment.
Well, actually, Dave, that would also banish those.
I
two,
know it
probably.
would.
So,
Yeah.
like, I mean, technically, it specifies a creature. It doesn't specify multiple creatures, so they might actually just fall out into the empty space when this thing vanishes.
No,
But
they would travel
You're
with
not nice enough to me to do that.
No, I would not let that happen.
Synaptic Static. I hope it's smart enough to take damage.
Okay, so give us the spell description there.
Here
Here we go. Creature with intelligence score of 2 or lower can't be affected by the spell. Creature's intelligence score is 1, I'm afraid.
Yeah, fair.
So,
That's it.
Synaptic Static, yeah, this spell crackles into existence, and you can see it just falls on deaf ears. This thing it hunts by instinct and hunger alone.
I figured it'd be smarter than that. But yeah, no, fair.
Yeah.
Can
Is that
somebody
it?
please have an intellect devourer attack it, because it'd instantly kill it.
Moving on, if that's it. The purple worm. So straight away,
Let me just take out my pet intellect devourer that I've been carrying around since episode 1.
Eryxium, you are now you've slithered all the way down its stomach. You're going to take the 66 as well. Slash or 66. Oh, that's wrong. Sorry, that's 6S or D6. That's not what we want. Slash or 6D6. Here we go. You're both going to take 27 points of acid damage as the stomach acids begin to do their work. Mazzello, you can feel skin begin to slough off, and in the dark it's hard to tell what's what, but you swear you can feel your fingers touch bone on your jawline. It is.
They do nothing.
Lads, do you need one of these?
Oh, you should have dived in there with like 20 packets of them. Okay, so we're looking at Mazzello at 29 hit points and Eryxium at 36. But here comes the purple worm. We are going to make one. Oh, Now, Darak did a lot of damage to it with the guiding bolt. Ren, you did nothing. Scales, Robert. I think we're gonna head towards. Darak. I'm gonna move to there anyway. And what's the one for? Somebody give you healing again?
Yep.
Anorexia.
Oh,
What?
Okay, just spend the whole mortgage payment.
That's our
thanks,
fucking.
Kay.
The entire
If
mortgage
that's coming
payment.
for the
taken.
joint account, I'm gonna kick you out for the night. You're sleeping in the back garden. Right. Yeah, it moves forward. So we're gonna go with the bite against Darak. Do you know what? No, we're gonna go with the tail stinger against Scales. Here we go. Coming at you like Cleopatra. Zip zap skibbity bop.
Thing is literally too
That is a
stupid to
23 to hit, Scales.
It's actually a 32.
How? Oh, it has
because
advantage?
I'm at disadvantage.
Oh, of
or,
course,
well,
yes. Excellent.
or
Well, that's
advantage.
32. Does a 32
Why would
hit?
you be at
A thingy
disadvantage?
has just come up on my screen and it won't go away. Give me 1 second.
That's
Try
okay.
and get it to go away.
Oh,
There we
I
go.
think we're safe in saying a
Why would
32.
Scales
Because I recklessly attacked.
Oh.
Yep, so I'll roll damage. You're going to take 23 points of piercing damage, half to 11, and 46 points of poison damage unless you make a DC 19 con saving throw. So you can take the 22.
Take 11 off anyway.
11 off anyway. Let's get a DC 19 con save and then see if you take 46 points of poison damage.
Con save. Normal. Boom. Nope. I'm taking it all.
46
I-
points of damage plus 11. So 57 points of damage. Scales. Yes, that you managed to resist the worst of that piercing damage, but the poison pulses through you, and it's like nothing you've ever felt before. You feel your limbs begin to go numb, and you look down, you can't feel your legs. It's only the rage that is keeping you standing up right now, as your vision swims. Blood begins to seep from your nose, your eyes, and your ear holes, and you can't feel your mouth, and you're sure you might have bitten a chunk out of your tongue. This is bad. This is probably close to the worst scale. Well, not the worst, but Scales. You couldn't
This
take
is
another one
right
of
up
these.
there. That's
You
right
couldn't
up there.
take another
with
one of
the
these.
worst hits I've taken. Yeah.
Here comes the
Scales
bite.
make one of these.
On
Ouch.
Darak.
That's at disadvantage.
Okay. I'll take the 32 then, Darak. Does that hit?
Yeah.
That's 27 points of piercing damage, Derek, and I need a
Hang
DC
on.
19. Yeah.
Piercing's half because it scales this thing.
It has
Yeah,
Yeah,
resistance
so
to
you have
all
resistance
of the
to
damage.
any of the damage types.
Okay, so that's 26. You're down to 13 points of piercing damage. I can get DC 19 deck save, or you're going to be swallowed by the creature as well. There's no maximum amount of creatures that can be swallowed by it.
You can have 5 points of that damage back
Okay, so
as
that's
the spirit
13.
shield envelops
So let's
you.
just say it's 8 points of damage total that you took.
Alrighty. You say dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw DC 19 or be swallowed, my friend.
Oh shit.
8. Would you like to use an inspo?
Yeah, I'll use my own inspo, not from the pool.
Okay, no worries. Well, they're replenished from the pool automatically. So, but yeah, go ahead. DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
Well, shit.
Oh,
Never mind.
Derek, is this thing just
Question.
Yeah.
Question. Does the worm have reach? Because
It
if the
should do,
worm
yes.
can reach Derek, does the aura reach Derek? Whereabouts?
I'd say that's fair.
Alright. So the reach is 10 feet, yeah, and the tail singer reaches 10 feet.
The
Oh,
aura
yeah,
goes
yeah.
to there.
No, you have to ask. You have to ask. Derek, as this thing's jaws clamp down on you now, it is momentarily distracted by Scales's what are they called? Ancestral guardians. Protectors, and it's with that moment of distraction that you manage to just twist aside. Otherwise, you would have had those jaws clamped down right on your belly and the small of your back, severing your spinal cord. But unfortunately, you had to leap forward into its mouth. You feel now that tongue pulsate and that swallowing motion begin again. But there is this thick black ichor, almost like some sort of horrific water slide that is now pumping out of the bit that Oryxium severed, and now as you shoot down you shoot down its throat into its stomach, you can hear this like, oh no. Maybe or maybe not, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing, as you join Oryxium and Mizelu in the belly of this beast.
Guys, it's fine. Maybe it just hates holy folk. You know?
Maybe it does. Who knows? That's its bite. That's its thing. It is now going to. Derek, I'm gonna move you in here.
It will be like Obi-Wan Kenobi is like,
Hello.
hello there.
Hello there.
With a human center worm.
It's
Oh.
Dave could do an audio only fan. I don't. Geez, that would be disturbing. Unfortunately, now it's going to use its burrow movement and it's going to try and escape with the 3 people in its stomach. So, its burrow is. Sorry, 1 second now. Sorry, which round is this? Is this round 2 or 3?
2.
2. Cool. So it is going to start to burrow.
Do I get a sentinel opportunity attack?
You do, yeah. Would you like to take it?
I will. That will be at normal.
This could be a game changer. That is a 27, so it cannot move anywhere.
That's
Yeah.
mine as well, Dave. It takes 5 points of lightning damage as range smacks it.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's going to take 5 lightning.
Yeah.
And how much damage? 15. So minus 18 points of damage.
Taste my lightning, sucker.
Okay, it is. It's considerably hurt.
I strongly contemplating using my much stronger touch cantrip that is evil, but no.
Okay. Purple worm. That is all it can do. Scales, you're up.
Scales is going to once again recklessly attack.
Before Scales does that, I need a Constitution save for it.
Okay. Oh, from the dawn. So do you not need to make me a concentration check from the acid damage?
I probably do. What was the damage again?
It was
A lot.
66. 27, I think. 27, yeah.
27.
DC 13.
Yeah.
So...
You can do it. You can do it. 20, yeah, Mizelu. Oh, your mind is like a steel trap. Forcing this thing to make a Constitution saving throw.
Unfortunately, so is my armor right now.
Here comes the con save. Plus 11. It's a 17.
Oh, he just beats it, literally.
Oh, fucking hell. So what's it going to take?
Just 9 again.
9 again. It's starting to hurt.
Does anyone have smelling salts or something
What'd
that
you
maybe
say?
make it troll?
I said, ooh, fucking who?
Oh, fuck you. Okay, it is. Yeah, it's starting to hurt. It's starting to hurt. Okay, so that was Scales. You're up, aren't you?
It is Scales, yes.
Okay.
Scales is going to just take the step to move closer to it again, right up against it, and swing with his longsword this time.
Okay. Oh, the pointy pinner is out. Why have we changed?
The pointy pinner.
Why have
I
we changed
think
weapons?
Scales' logic here is that like this thing's taking a bit of damage, and if he can somehow like cut it open, maybe the others might come out in a sort of a fun water slide out the burst pipe effect.
Fun water
Is
slide.
him thinking?
Look, I mean, if
just
there's
getting
ever an
flashbacks to
episode
those
for someone to
wars,
say
this
the
thing.
burst water pipe effect, is episode 69. So let's do this.
Okay, so longsword and a longsword. So it's a swing and a swing.
69s usually stop births.
Yeah. 12,
So it's
12
a
and
16 and a 23 to hit.
Do you want to add? Do you have a boon? You can try and add a D4 to your 16 if you wish.
I will attempt that out. D4. That was a 2.
That will bring you up to what you need.
So-
That's 2 hits.
So 2 hits with the pointy pinner for a total
What's the damage?
of 26 damage altogether.
It screeches at this now. And you can see that the tail stinger begin to swish back and forth now, as it is. It seems to be rather upset by this.
And once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing damage, you can reduce the speed of the target by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. So it's got
Okay.
a speed reduced by 10 feet.
So speed is reduced to -10. Thanks for your sentinel. Okay, lovely.
Well, true. So even more stuff. in
Even
the
more.
spot.
Is that it for Scales?
That is it for Scales.
Mazellu, what have you got, my friend? You're in the belly of this beast. You can feel. You're sure you can hear Mazellu in there somewhere, and
Rixium.
sorry, yes,
Yeah.
you're sure you can hear Rixium in there somewhere with you, and the grumbling of a very, very small but burning dwarf.
Okay, so I reach out my hand. Do
Yeah.
I feel Rixium?
It's very, very difficult to tell. You can use an action
How do you know what he feels?
to make. He's his brother. You can
Yeah.
use an action. You can use an action to try and make some kind of check, but it's very difficult because they're both heavily armored, and I think, and you're blinded. So I'm not going to say it's that easy. You can use an action to try and determine, but I mean that will sort of leave you with only a bonus action. I have to play this like it is, you know. You're being constricted by the stomach muscles very, very tightly, and if
Wondered
you're
if I felt a silver foot come and smack me in the face or something like that.
yeah, it's incredible. Like you're totally blind. So if you want to reach out, we can roll 50-50, and whatever you're trying to affect will affect either Orixium or Darek. That's the best I can do. Cue the Pawn Stars.
I mean, Rixium
meme.
got swallowed first, so he's likely further down.
This thing has
okay.
been thrashing around. People are all over the place.
People
Okay.
Swallow
I'm
me.
not gonna
I
do that
forced
then.
my way down.
I mean, if you can do some sort of damage to it, man, and get over 30, you're gonna force a regurgitation save.
Not a 30. Unfortunately, I'm a fucking weak ass cleric.
If you've inflict wounds, you can do some serious damage.
Inflict wounds will fucking kick ass.
That's fine if you got it prepared.
Oh, dude!
Okay.
Ryan!
Not good. They're not that good, unfortunately.
best
Clerics are pretty
one.
trash. Right, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So the golden glow drops from around him, and instead, what Rixium and that might see is a glow on the inside
Okay.
as I do Spirit Guardians, because I don't need to be able to see shit with that.
No, they just begin to just make mince meat of everything around them.
Yeah, you are Gears of War in this shit.
15 and 8 is 23, and 7. Do you get the
30
Divine
points.
Strike? Do you get the
Yes.
Divine Strike on that? I thought that
Hang on,
was
let me
just
check, let me
cantrips.
It's just cantrips.
Divine Strike, right, yeah, very good. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, so it's not a weapon. So no, the Divine Strike does not count.
Okay. Let me just look at it. The worm takes 30 more damage or on a single turn from a creature inside it. Okay, so it has to be. It's not a cumulative round. It's a single turn. Okay, cool.
That's still 23 points, but he has to do the save, right?
Yeah, immediately as like soon as you cast a spell. I think so. It's a wisdom saving throw, right? That's a nat 1, my friends. It's going to take 23 points of damage.
Yeah.
As this thing, you guys feel like its innards begin to just like get shredded and torn up all around you, and there is a slight bit more movement. You still have the restrained condition, but there's a slight bit more movement now, as the insides of this thing now are beginning to turn to liquid. Anything else you'd like to do, Mazzello?
That's it.
Darek, you're inside here. You can hear that familiar singing sound of Mazzello's silver dragonborn, platinum dragonborn warriors just beginning to circle around like some sort of divine blender. What'd you like to do?
Well, Derek is also just gonna laugh because he was also hoping for to get Swallow to do this.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
As also, he cast also his last level 3 spell with Spirit Guardians.
Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, so your Spirit Guardians kick out now, so I need another Wisdom saving throw. Plus 4. That's a 16, my friend. What do we need for the DC?
17.
I'm going to use a boon to make that a 17. You can take one of my boons away. Thank you very much.
Can I use a
Techno
boon to
Mistress.
not make that a 17?
I'm afraid you can't. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Lumbering Paddy. This is a fun fight to watch. It sure is. For maybe not for the people inside the stomach. But,
They can't see anyway.
rightio. So, Coolaboola. So that was, how much damage is he taking? It's 11, right?
Yeah, 11, but he saved. I just can't remember what happens if he saves.
Oh, so it's half of 11. So
Half,
it's
yeah.
plus 5, thanks. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's 5, yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Sorry, you can take your boon back because, wait. No, on my sheet it says 17. I see on the spell
Yeah,
description.
no, don't worry about the
16.
spell description. Go off your sheet.
Yeah.
So that is, so I still spent the boon. Top of the round. Yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
top of the round before we get to Robert. You hear a great trembling sound as something seems to be crawling up from the hole that it made. And Robert and Scales and Ren,
Browser's frozen.
you see something burrowing out from the
His missus.
from the sand, looking incredibly hungry. I should not.
It's actually a turd ask.
It's actually if it's a junior Trask for anyone who's curious about the stats of it. As this thing this thing, you can see the purple worm begin to absolutely thrash around in fear and terror.
But it's still stuck.
It's still stuck. So I'm going to add our Trask to the turn order.
What? This is like just cruel, Dave. Like,
If
did we do to
only
deserve this?
Unnecessary.
it's. I'm going to put it at the top of the turn order. So I'm just going to give it an initiative roll, and I'm going to make it 24.
Hey, it's a juvenile Tarask. We could maybe
You
tame
could
it.
train it.
Yeah.
Could you
Hope
imagine?
it goes to the worm and not us.
And we'll do just like fucking 6 episodes of like fucking rom-com, where you guys are
How to
training
train your
Tarask.
Tarask.
Yeah. So that's all that's happened here. It's managed to burst out. Robert, you're up.
I do not know what that is. I've never seen one of those.
It's about.
Kushira.
Yeah, it's quite big. It's about twice the size of a T-Rex.
The fuck's a T-Rex?
I don't know what that is either. I don't know what that is, but I don't feel like finding out. So,
I will say you can see it's fixated on the purple worm and does not give 2 shits about any of you. Would you like to roll me an out of action intelligence check, please? Don't roll a 1.
I want to
yeah.
roll an intelligence check in real life and say that if we let the purple worm go and sacrifice the 3 people inside him, that thing will go after them. So
So, can I just get you to make an out of action intelligence check, please?
the intelligence check.
Yeah, just straight intelligence. Don't roll a 1. Oh,
It's a
jeez.
2.
5. Are you happy with a 5? Would you like to augment your 5 in some way at all?
How much do I need to hit?
Yeah, I was going to say a 10.
So outside of the range of a boon.
If you roll a 4, we'll talk.
Okay.
We have a pool of info. Just use the info.
Yeah, but I don't want to use that.
We're gonna get to the end of this fight and not have used
Let's
the pool.
talk. I'm a gambling man. Let's go.
Okay. Roll me a luck check then. On you can pick odds are
roll
good. Well, you can roll d20. Odds are good, evens are bad, or you can say evens are good, odds are bad.
I like evens are good.
So evens are good. Roll d20. Evens are good. Oh,
That's not an even.
yeah, something occurred to you, but it just the urgency of the situation is just flitters away.
Okay. I don't have my drawing stuff with me. I can't
That's okay.
actually draw this thing.
You can use an action to sort of take a mental snapshot if you wish.
No, I mean IRL. I can't draw this
Okay,
thing.
that's okay. Yeah, yeah. What would you like to
Um,
do with your action?
Leave.
I will. Can I run away? No. No.
Shaq Fu and Brett, I hope you're in chat. This is
Oh,
your
so do
fault.
I. I know,
This
right?
is your fault.
I cannot believe.
Actually,
I
somebody
gotta fucking tag them here. Actually,
My computer is frozen, but can somebody please screenshot this and just tag them in the chat so they at least know what
my
they
I was gonna go
problem
with
is-
general. Actually, streaming the aftermath. Sorry.
If I attack the purple worm and it dies.
It'll just eat the purple worm, maybe.
Okay. I will bonus action take aim. Advantage attack with the silver dagger of returning on the purple worm.
On the purple worm, not the
That's
trask.
a natural 20.
Holy shit. Okay, it's a natural 20, so it's going to double your sneak attack damage.
Look at that sneak attack damage.
It is 45 in total.
That's 20, 39, 45, 40, 40, 45. Yeah, fucking hell.
The
Okay,
sneak
so
attack damage is a lot because it's like
yeah.
I have a 2 in there and the rest is above that. Okay. Hello.
Okay, so Robert, as this
That's not annoying.
as this gargantuan
Come on,
creature
man.
burrows out from the sand beneath, following. Oh, thank you for following Shackmeister too. There's 2 of them. Robert,
Shaq had his count stolen, so he had to make a new one. That's
no
why
way,
it's-
motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why it's that name now.
Oh, that's shit. Robert, as you see this horrific creature begin to burrow out from this red sand, and with its eyes fixated on the purple worm, you look. The silver dagger returning, just humming in your hand, beginning to vibrate now. It's episode 69 after all. And I wonder, is there a flash of a moment where you consider throwing it at this creature that has emerged, or do you just singly...
There was. But,
Yeah.
But no.
Okay, yeah, as this silver dagger returning swings and surges through across the air, squelch straight into this purple worm, dealing 45 points of damage. You can see now it screeches, it falls to the ground, thrashes, not quite dead, but almost. You can see this creature here behind it. Screams. Stalactites begin to fall from the ceiling. Sorry for distorting my mic. With the sheer power of this, gonna get dexterity saving throws from anyone not inside the purple worm right now, as you may take damage from the falling stalactites.
Can I see this falling stalactite coming?
Yes, your danger sense will have the DC for this
Okay,
is
awesome.
10.
Okay,
Yay.
thank you.
The
Thanks,
save or
Erskine.
squish.
I succeeded.
Yeah, they just plummet down from the ceiling, do crashing as they hit the sound on the sand on the rocks. And Robert, you can see now this purple worm is in a bad way. Is that it for
Does
you?
the purple worm need to make the deck save?
That's a very fair point. It does, yeah. Here comes. It's got. Okay, look, it's got -2 on this. DC is 10. That's a 12. That's a 10. Just makes it. As this creature, you can sort of unclick that Tarask if you can in the. Thank you. Yeah, it's thrashing. It's hypnotic, and you can see now that it just quite accidentally manages to dodge those things. Is that it for Robert?
I can't move or anything for my next
sorry,
turn.
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Not to be a pedant though,
That's okay.
but can you deck save when you have 0 movement?
Yes.
I don't
It's
think
not
Sentinel.
restrained.
I don't think Sentinel prohibits dexterity saving throws. I think your
Yeah.
movement is reduced to
Because
zero.
it is a saving throw. It's
Your
not a.
speed is 0, but you can still wiggle.
Yeah, you can still. Thank you very much for the sub, Shaq. You can grant that inspiration to anyone that doesn't have a dragon shield on them. Oh
Or you
look,
can go
that's
into-
me.
Or it can go into
The
the
shield
total.
across
Or you can choose to put it into the thing. Mazzello gets the inspo. Kill that motherfucker. Ah, Jesus, Shaq. Okay, so Shaq, that's going to go into the top left shield there. We have an inspo pool now because people have been very generous. So, yes, unfortunately, it can make and it will succeed that dexterity saving throw. Erixium, you are now inside the purple worm. The stomach muscles are just clenching and thrashing around. There seems to be no rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes it's left and right, squashing your ribcage. You can feel bones begin to crack and crunch, and then it comes from up and below as well. What would you like to do? You need to deal 30 points of damage.
I'm going to
Didn't he-
attempt to.
What I
just
will
did.
say though, is the only if you're doing slashing or bludgeoning, that requires a proper swing. Okay, so I'm gonna say that only piercing damage is gonna deal full damage inside this thing.
Robert just
What-
did 45 points, so surely he needs to make the check.
Has to be
No,
from
it's
inside.
only if it comes from inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if you're inside it, bludgeoning damage, you need to get a swing. You can't just go boop. But you can use your longsword. I'm happy to say that you can just stab your longsword straight ahead, and it will do piercing damage.
Yeah,
You
okay.
need to declare that you're doing piercing damage.
Yeah, well, if we're in confined space, let's go for piercing.
Okay. So what'd
Let's
you like to do?
attempt to give the purple worm a belly button.
Hold it. Oh, is that not one?
Yeah, let's use an inspo on that.
Okay. Let's use an inspo. Rixian's going to use one of the inspos. 26. 18, yeah, of course. That's a hit. That's exactly what you need to hit.
All right,
So
well,
like to roll your damage, my friend. Where are these fucking nat 20 smites when we need them?
Or it's a 19 or a 20. Let's
Honestly,
put a
you
little
guys might be
smite on that.
safer
just-
Look at
inside
that. Okay, so hold on. 18 and 9 is 17, 20. So this is what you need. So you've dealt over 30 damage in one turn. Okay.
Wait, no.
What? No. 24 or 5.
25.
18. So you did 8 slashing, 9 slashing, and 16 radiant.
because he's restrained.
The 8 was a reroll anyway.
Oh shit! Okay. I was getting
Yeah,
so excited for you. Sorry.
25, yeah.
Stephen,
Well,
I believe that 26 that was rolled, that's a natural 19.
no, it's not.
Yeah,
That's for 17.
He's got a
Hold
plus
on.
9, dude. It's
Yeah, it
definitely
says
not.
19 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1
No.
equals
Yeah,
17.
no, it's not. No. Yeah, and it's a
I might-
disadvantage
am I
anyway, so it
reading
had to be
wrong?
the 18.
Okay, maybe I'm reading the thing wrong.
Yeah, anyway, so the first one is 25.
25 points of damage.
So let's try pierce it again.
Okay. 25 points of damage.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed hit, so that's another 18. And let's
Another 18.
try to get out of this. The 18 to hit, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
And then let's smite to get all our friends out because there's a funny noise outside.
There is.
So that's an additional 25. So that's 50 points total.
50 points of damage total. Okay, so that's another 25. Okay, cool. Here we go. So the purple worm has to make a DC 21 Constitution saving throw. It has plus 11 on this. Okay, so this is pretty much 50-50.
Does it get disadvantage for being terrified?
27. It makes it. But
It's
how does this thing meet its end, Stephen?
Like Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black. You just see the first sword comes fucking through, it comes in again, and then it comes through again, and just bisects around himself.
Okay, so yeah, Robert and Scales, from inside this thing, you see the blades just splicing through, and Stephen Eryxium just twisting and almost like this sawing motion. This creature just falls over and flops down to the ground. We're now out of initiative for the purple worm, obviously, because it's dead. But if anyone wants to get out of this, you hear, Scales and Robert, you see this thing now roar in triumph as this creature that it's been chasing for weeks has now seemingly died by itself, just died in front of it, probably from the shock. And this creature begins to run over and grab it and begin to shake it. So can I get everyone to make... It's going to be a skill challenge, actually. So let's move on to a skill challenge. I'm going to reset the turn order if everyone's okay with that, and we're just going to do a skill challenge. Yeah.
I hate to be the person to do this, but are we meant to do the roll for the acid after the worm's turn? Because we didn't.
What roll?
The worm didn't get its turn. It happens on the worm's turn.
Yeah, the worm just finished its turn.
No, that was Eryxium's turn.
No, the one before that, because it was attacking Scales.
I thought I did the damage, did I not?
Yeah, we took 27 points.
Yeah, you took 27 points. You haven't.
Yeah,
It
you
like
took,
hasn't
you
had
took
its
the
turn.
damage, and then it was Robert's turn, and then
Yeah, you haven't. It had
okay.
yep. But I appreciate it. So I'm going to reset the turn order, and we're going to a skill challenge. So we're going to remove the Taras. Robert, I need 3 successes. So no, I need 4 successes before 5 fails.
So I need to do something to get this.
You need to do
Tarrasque.
something to get your companions free of the dead purple worm, right? Before the Tarrasque makes off with them. Now it is a junior Tarrasque. Before the junior Tarrasque makes off with this purple worm that it's been hunting for weeks. So this is a skill challenge. 4 successes before 5 failures. What skill would you like to use? The DC starts at 18 for this. So pick your best skill. Give me a reason or a way it would work, and we will move into Shackmeister Junior Tarrasque. Yeah, there is a mother somewhere.
I mean, there's something I want to do, but I don't. I don't know. The thing is like, I feel like it would be the most what I would actually do.
Well, play your character, my friend. Play your character.
I wanna. It's not gonna help them at all. That's the problem. But I just want to stand perfectly still. I don't want. I want to like, you know how a T-Rex can see movement. I want to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so you're not going to engage in the skill challenge.
The thing is I don't have something that's useful in this regard.
Well, what you like, you can use any skill. You can say, I'll use my perception skill to sort of to warn them from which way the Tarrasque is coming, so they can sort of climb out the other way of the purple worm. You can make up any reason for any skill. So be imaginative, or if you decide that you don't want to engage, that's absolutely fine. But that's how a skill challenge works.
I want to run up to the purple worm
Carcass.
and see.
Carcass.
Let me just double check the weapons I have.
It's actually the creature formerly known as the purple worm.
I do
Very
actually.
good. Very good.
I do actually have a short sword, which is a bit longer than my daggers
Okay.
that I usually throw.
So
I
we're
want
not
to
doing.
try and I
Yeah.
want to try and broaden the hole that
Okay.
Eryxium made to give them something to climb out of.
Okay. So what skill are you using? You cannot just use attack rolls. It has to be a skill. So it's a skill challenge. So you like to use medicine or?
Sounds like medicine.
Okay, so apparently Ryan is correct. You only took 1 round of damage, so I will say fair play, Ryan / or 66. Here we go. Sorry, slash or 66. So this is how we're all going to be before this happens. That's another 17 points of damage. I think everyone's going to still be alive, which is okay. But thank you for being honest. And apologies, my sword is also longer than my dagger. It's a shack.
Can I use insight to try and see a specifically tender part that'll slash open easily?
Considering it's dead, I would need, maybe you can use insight on the Tarask to sort of determine what its motives are and stuff like that. But yes, we can still use insight if you'd like to make an insight check. DC 18.
24.
That's a 24, so that is 1 success over 0 failures. So we got 1/0. Moving on, Orixium, what skill would you like to use? The DC is creeping up at this point, so 19. We need 4 successes before 5 failures.
Can we use inspos?
Yes, you can. You're muted in case you're talking to us.
Apologies.
That's right.
Orixium has a hole to the carcass, so he can see this new beastie.
You can, and it looks determined to grab this thing by the scruff of its neck and drag it down into the hole
That's what I'm
from whence
thinking.
it came.
Could he use deception to Eldritch Blast down the creature and make it look like it's moving, like a muscle spasm, to make the creature attack away from the stomach area?
Sounds good. Let's get a deception check. DC 19.
Eldritch Spasm.
Oh,
Would you like to use an inspiration? Because if things don't go well here,
no,
you're
yeah,
in
the
fucking
inspiration.
bucket loads of trouble.
inspo.
16. You need a 19. Would you like to drop a boon? You need a
I have
3.
a boon.
Or we're going 1/1 here.
I have a boon.
Okay, D4, or we're going 1/1 here on the success versus failures.
Oh no!
Okay, so
Sucks
we
to
are now
suck.
we're now going. Let me just grab this. We're now on 1 success and 1 failure. The DC is now 20. Who's next? Ren, what would you like to do? What skill would you like to use to try and bring this skill challenge up?
Would like to use investigation
Okay.
to find basically the perfect point from like inside, like the outside of this like thing to investigate and find where the best position is to be like, hey, hit here with your sword to try and widen the cut. Or
Okay, for you guys to get out. Yeah, that's no problem at all. Thank you very much, Shaq, for the 300 bits. Mizello, heal, motherfucker. You got 3d4, my boy.
And I got 3 4s. Thank you, Shaq. You sacked
Oh
me,
my
fucker.
god! 3 fucking 4s!
That's not like you.
Shaq's? No, that's fucking Shaq. No, that's not
yeah,
right.
That's Shaq magic.
That's all Shaq. That's
Yeah.
all fucking
Oh, no,
Shaq.
There's something fucking stabbing my foot here. What is it?
He's called Shaq for a reason. He's fueling us.
Okay, cool. So I
Hopefully
need
get that
a
out.
DC. What is it? Where were we? DC 9. Sorry, we're up to DC 20 now.
Well, no, would it go up? Because does it go up?
It went
on
18,
successes?
19, 20. It goes up regardless of success or fail. So I need a DC 20 investigation check.
That's rough. 27. though.
27. So that
That's
is
me.
that's a success. So we've got 2 over 1 now. Okay.
Yeah, Ren just kind of finds
The guys, pick your fucking best. Pick your best
scales,
thing.
slides his knife in, and just starts to slice open the cup. His hand is shaking like crazy because there's a thing that looks terrifying
Yeah.
behind. I
Scales.
don't even know if he'd know what a Trask is.
Would you like to make a history check?
I would actually just
DC for this
you know,
now. You've never seen one. I'm sure they're lore. Let's put it at 20. Let's put it at 20.
He'd like to ask a question.
I want to know if I know what Terry is.
I think at 20 is reasonable. Would you like to add a boon to that, my friend?
I'm not going to waste the boon. I think Ren.
I'll
like,
tell
he's
you
gonna-
what. I'll tell you what. If you meet the 20 and you burn a boon, I'll hold the difficulty. The difficulty will not increase for 1 round.
In the boon.
Okay, so you have now communicated. Give him that intro for that joke, else we mutiny. You have now communicated the seriousness of this situation, and like nobody, I don't think anyone's ever seen Ren this serious before.
Oh yeah, like he's terrified. Like it's like
You now realize what it is, and like it is smaller than the ones you've read about, but you're like, it could still fucking lay waste to Artex if it so chose. Fucking kaiju chaos. Okay, so
yeah. So Ren is like
yeah.
deathly, well, not deathly quiet, but like he's keeping his voice as level as he can, and he's basically like, Scales, get over here and start fucking cutting this worm open, or all of us are dead.
Ren, Shaq says, Ren serious? Random fart in the distance. Okay, so Scales. So the DC will not go up. It's a DC 20, Athletics 18. What? You're fucking straight in there at the raw Scales.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally clicked.
That's okay.
So
would you like to
so-
use a boon to increase that to get to a 20, which is the DC? It hasn't gone up.
Yes, I'm going to use a boon. My
Scale's
last
no
boon.
longer raging.
Come on.
No.
There we go.
Oh,
20.
no,
just
you wouldn't be. No, you would have just ended. It just ended. So, but you made it anyway with the boon. So we're up to 3 successes over 1 failure.
Scales is gonna grab the skin at the edge of the hole that Mazelu or that Eryxium made, and he's using his athletic strength to rip that hole bigger.
Okay, that is easily done with Scales still reeling from that rage. Just whack it on the nose, says S. McBob. Shaq says, not a bad idea to kill the Trask. Quick, someone get up his ass.
So Scales quite literally toward a new one.
I'll think your ass, then you'll be on the ground. So you're at 3 successes over 1 failure. The skill challenge continues. We're at Mazzella. Mazzella, you're just clawing your way outside this thing. I need a skill challenge, whatever skill you choose, of a DC 21 to make this a successful skill challenge. 4 successes before 5 failures. What have we
I'm
got?
really tempted to use insight because I'm inside, but
Insight has been used, unfortunately. You cannot. Yeah.
I'm going to use. So he's trying to claw his way out. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have a look around and see if I can make like a look towards the open light as such.
Okay, so you're going to use perception. 23 is a success, and that is 4 successes before 5 failures. A successful skill challenge. You make it out. Everyone makes it out right just as this Tarask lunges. I'm going to move everyone out. Lunges forward. Oh, I'm going to move this guy. Lunges. Thank you, everyone. You can move yourself out. Yeah, perfect. Lunges forward. Takes this dead purple worm that's been hunting for fucking ages, and they both disappear into the ground as it heads back down the tunnel that the purple worm made. And well done on surviving an encounter with a purple worm, because that was a little bit fucking hardcore.
As soon as you dropped the Trask token on the thing, I thought you were like, oh, Dave's done with the campaign. He's just like TPK.
There's got to be something chasing it.
I was expecting you to like drop the token, and I was expecting to click and just size it up because like that looks a bit small.
Yeah, no, I deliberately made it small, and it's also the Monster Manual expanded Super Tarask. So
Which super. Wait, did you say Super Tarask?
well, it's an augmented Tarask, if you will. It's episode 69, friends. It is indeed. Brett, there's been a shit ton of 69 jokes and filthy jokes. It's just been a dirty episode. So yeah, I mean, as it disappears down this tunnel that the purple worm created, you can see now it does cast a sort of a horny yes, I did that on purpose. Episode 69, a horny look over its shoulder, and you can see these huge nostrils above this cavernous and jagged toothy maw begin to flare as it smells. You can tell it's definitely smelled the ichor and the innards of the purple worm on you. You have attracted its attention. But for now,
You guys need to take a bath.
it has left. How y'all feeling, guys?
I'm just
I don't know. I'm pretty good.
drawing one of those teleportation circles and getting the fuck out of the Underdark.
I'll tell you what, Dave. I'll take a second wind.
Yeah.
Well,
What
you
does,
haven't had a
what does
break.
it look like when you take your second wind?
Okay, I'm okay.
Horny, attracted, hide your buttholes. Okay, so you're going to take 8. You're going to second wind up 8. Mazzella, you're at 25 from 92. Orixium, 31 from 87. Scales, 57 and 91. Sorry, 36 from 121. Darak, 57 and 91. Ren, 30 from 83. And Robert, 58 now from 59. I thought that was going to be, especially Ryan, when you didn't use that fucking inspo. I was like, oh.
It would have been pointless. It would have been pointless.
Do you want to roll a d20 and see just for the crack?
Then you're burning a good roll.
You don't have to. No,
I'll
you
tell you
don't
what.
have to burn it.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you a deal as gentleman to gentleman.
Yeah.
If I roll it and I beat it, you have to level us up again.
No. But what I will say is if I will say is if you roll it and beat it, you can hang on to a successful d20 roll for 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Not including death saves.
Okay. No, told you.
Yeah. Level up would have been way too much, but yeah. I mean, you have to ask.
Oh, yeah.
Dave is making that deal because you know he's going to kill you in 1 episode.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. With the dust settling and you guys...
Dave, I have a question.
Yeah.
Which this might not be the opportune moment, but we have... I found 60 poison darts.
Yeah.
But I don't actually know what they do in terms of damage.
They were the drow poison darts. So I'll tell you what, I'll drag in a drow warrior and
I think I have it here somewhere. Let me check.
And I'll drop it in. Do you know what I'll do? I'll drop it into the Discord channel.
Okay.
When it loads.
Like I have 60 of those and I'm like I wanted to use them, but I don't know what they do.
Command C. I'll drop it into Command C. I'll drop it into the Roll20 chat so people can see it. So DC 13 con save will be poisoned for an hour. If the saving throw is failed by 5 or more, target is also unconscious while poisoned in this way. So it's they're very handy little pieces of kit.
Yeah.
They're basically sleep darts.
Yeah.
Sleep darts.
So as the dust settles and this pink and blue sand begins to merge together, you do see some of this blue sand begin to sort of creep its way towards you over here, Darak and Scales, at a very, very slow pace. You reckon it might take an hour for it to get there, but it does seem to be interested in blood, and it seems to be interested in your life force, or maybe it just needs to be transported from place to place, and you guys are like pollen walking through a meadow that you're kind of, you could facilitate its transport from place to place. But what would you like to do with your time? We have a short amount of time left.
Where are the holes, Dave? They're like here, aren't they? And they're kind of here.
Oh, sorry. Let me draw it. Let me just freehand a hole for you there.
What I want to
Please don't
ask
freehand the
Dave
hole.
is
Yeah.
is there, from when the Tarask was thrashing that thing about, any of like the purple worm's venom left?
Let me. Okay. I'll take a look check and a medicine check. So the first one, a look check, you can pick a d20. Pick if it's odds or evens are good. I think you're in evens.
I'm sticking to evens.
Evens is good. That's a good start. The sand is quite soaked with the venom of the purple worm. You want to make a successful DC 20 medicine check. I will say
20.
DC 20, yeah, because it's soaking into the sand. That you can grab enough of it to maybe distill some sort of poison. But you'll have to put it in some sort of receptacle. Shaq Meister says that's a terrifying but brilliant idea.
I'll try. Let's see.
Tarask that gains power from the monster.
Nope. Ooh, do I still have
nice,
boons? Do I still have boons?
Yeah, let's find out. You have one.
You do?
You're gonna need a 2.
I really want this.
You're gonna need like a bell jar, like a good big bell jar, to scoop up.
Can I
this,
use like
sand.
a pot?
A pot will do, yeah. Put it in the bag of holding if you wish.
Yeah.
You're not putting worm venom in my bag of holding. If that spills,
Oh,
Oh,
so there's gonna be
that's
a one.
enough. Yeah. So we can talk about that later on and see how successful you are at distilling the purple worm venom out of this pot and sand. But there is some of the blue sand in there as well. So you need to be not rather quick, but I mean, don't leave it there for months. It's all that same. With that
It's
in
almost like you
mind,
have an alchemist in the party.
what are we doing? Are we taking a rest here? Or are we gonna press on, or what would you like to do?
I don't think we should stay here. If that thing comes back, we're all dead.
Okay, so you're gonna move on in your current state through the Underdark. Can I get a vote, or are you all cool with that? Or?
Shouldn't we be safe in the dome? Shouldn't we be safe in the dome?
Scales, despite the fact that he's in no fit state for it, just wants to get the hell out of this. He's kind of done with this.
Yeah.
Whatever it is we're chasing, we're on some kind of we have to retrieve something or someone. I'm not really quite sure what it is anymore, but I know that we can't just leave, or we would have already. So can we just get it done so we can leave this place?
Oh, poor Scales.
He's feeling, so
he's feeling the
also
sads
pushing
from being
on.
underground so long.
He's just sort of like, he's just taken a very, very, very painful hit in that last fight. And he's like officially now done with the Underdark.
It's no longer the Thunderdark, it's just the Underdark for
it's
Scales.
just the
Okay.
Underdark now. He's
Mazzella-
like, let's get this done and go.
Mazzelu walks up
Hans?
to Scales. I see you're not doing too well. Let me help with that.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
Scales heals for 26 points.
Okay.
He then
Sure.
does the same for Orixium, who heals 17.
Okay.
Looking at Ren, he goes up and will do a level 3.
Who do we lose?
Where did Scales go? I can see my torches.
So Ren goes up to
Right under your
12, an
torches.
extra 12.
Extra 12 hit points, is it?
Yeah.
Grant, thanks.
As
And
Mizelu is doing that, as he walks past, Erixium will pat him on the back and lay on hands for 30 points.
Oh, poor Scales.
Restore him
Oh,
all his
yeah.
skin and face.
You're getting some sympathy from Anya from AdventureCon there.
So
Poor Scales. So what's the plan? Are we moving on, or are you gonna try and do a Thunderdome here?
no, Robert asked, like, would we not be safe in the dome? And I didn't get a chance to respond. So
Yeah. So
when he asked that, Ren just kind of looks at him and he goes, "That was a fucking Tarask. There's nowhere safe from that thing. I could eat the dome with us in it, and like none of us could do anything about it."
Like a boil of sweet.
They need to look for a sheltered area.
We need to get out of the Underdark.
Nowhere
really.
is a sheltered area.
No. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's heard
I'll
the
lead the
stories.
way.
When a Tarask wakes up,
you're heading out.
it usually starts to, like, it eats cities.
just to make sure that we don't get fucked with by this blue stuff, as I take each step, I'm bursting Word of Radiance to just blow them out the fucking
That's
way.
easily done, yeah, no problem at all. And they do, they just explode at your passing, Mizelu, using the divine power of the Platinum Dragon. You clear a path, blaze a trail, as it were, and you head off into down this cave, and then you can almost smell. I can almost smell the
Underdank.
salt water or something drifting through this as you begin to make your way towards what you have heard to be called the Obsidian Expanse. And I think I will move you over because we do have a few minutes left.
As we're walking, I'm also going to be, saying to Ren, like, any chance you can clean us up a bit?
Yeah. The Ren is kind of like visibly like shaken. Like
That was
Ren essentially,
hardcore.
yeah, like Ren essentially, like once he saw the Tarask and realized what it was, like to him in his mind, that was like, oh yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm still working on it. Yeah.
You've
Sure.
stared the apocalypse in the
Well,
face.
essentially, yeah, like
I
Yeah.
thought it looked kind of cute, like big but cute.
Does that mean if we got eaten, it would be Apocalypse Chow?
What was that fucking thing called?
yeah, so
A Tarask.
as kind of
No,
like
the music.
Ren will kind of like he'll be like near the front with Mazelu, and then he'll kind of like hold up, and then as everyone walks past, just a
Solemn vow.
hand to the shoulder and a blast of prestidigitation.
Okay.
Can't the rasks eat gods?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
And to my knowledge,
There
the
we
only
go.
way to make sure one stays dead is a wish spell.
Well, Trask. No, you can finish him off normally.
Can you?
Hmm.
Okay. So you guys, after several hours of travel, you make your way out, and you do hear the lapping.
That's 3.5. You have to wish them to death, isn't it? Okay, that's
As you make your way through this tightening corridor. Why have we not got our music on?
episode 69. You can't call it area Titan Carter, David.
That's not
Come
what
on.
we want. We do not want Gateway to Hell.
Did we
want,
find the river Styx?
you don't know how close you
She's
are.
on. She's in chat.
Hey.
I mean, hey, look,
Hey.
if Karen's here, I'm sure him and Derek will have a good conversation. You know,
I'm just going to reload that because I did change it to Solemn Vows. I'm going to move that to here and then to here. How's that now? Can you guys hear music? Yes. Okay, cool. And as you make your way through this this tightening corridor and this you're miles underground now, and the weight of the rock above you it seems to weigh on your spirits, scales especially so. As you hear that lapping of waves, and you smell that sort of salt water, but it's tinged with something else. Mazzello, it's tinged with... Maybe it's just the weight of the seriousness of this whole damned escapade is weighing on you, but this... the smell of necromancy, or... There's an ill omen carried on that. Hold on, Scales. There's an ill omen carried on that wind as you emerge out of the corridors. There's a deep purple sand, no smoke in the water. As you look, and you can see some burnt out fires, still casting a light here, and here. You can see the waves lapping up. There's some golden sparkling, almost like will-o'-the-wisps, but not as malevolent. They just seem to be flitting around the place, casting a quiet glow over this black and blue lapping lake. It seems to be just creeping up the shore. Feel free to move around now if you wish. You have reached the obsidian expanse, of which you were told and warned. The waters are lethal.
yeah. So as soon as Ren sees Scales, like, because I think Ren has only got that warning from the gnome.
Mhm.
As soon as he sees anyone really leave the cave entrance, he's immediately like, "Do not go near the shore."
Yeah. Okay.
And he's gonna. I think he's already relayed, but he's gonna reiterate that what the gnome told him. So essentially, that the water carries a like necrotic property that'll just basically kill things.
As you move out towards the edge of this lake, lapping sort of
Hey, Dave.
malevolently on. Hang on 1 second. As the lake is lapping malevolently just up the shore and almost reaching towards you. Sometimes it looks like the single rivulets that lap up are almost like fingers that scrape across the sand. You notice now a large boat with a sail. Curious enough, as there doesn't seem to be any wind down here, moored to a dock. The campfires that have burned low now would suggest that someone or something or several things may have docked and headed your way, but you may have somehow missed them. Robert.
How many hours before sunrise?
I know you have the keen mind. I'm trying to. I wish I had the keen mind feat, Joe, so I could work it out quickly enough. Based on the time you spent traveling, I think you're probably at 10 p.m.
Okay.
Maybe 10:15, maybe
So-
half 10.
So it would be, we wouldn't have to worry about high tide coming like up
If
to
the
here.
tides work the same way, and it's hard to
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Okay.
that's actually what I was going to ask. I was gonna see if I could use an investigation check to try, like, figure out how long the supply is and the likes has been here, because obviously if there was tides and tide
I
returns,
would assist in that.
they'd be washed away.
Okay. So you can roll your investigation
Do you
with
want me to make it, or?
you can have the help action. It's not too difficult to work out. I'm going to say it's 14. DC 20. So you made it 25.
Yep.
So yeah, that's easy to turn. So what was the question you wanted?
So essentially, Ren's gonna kind of check through the camps, like the fire, judging by the heat. Like, you know, he's a bit of an expert on that sort of thing. To kind of figure out how long ago since it was lit, and trying to kind of gauge that sort of stuff.
With a 25 over 14, I think it's pretty easy to tell that these fires were initially lit, and you can see they're initially lit several days ago, but there has been fresh logs and fresh kindling placed on them quite recently. But with your 25 over 14, there doesn't seem to be enough tracks in the sand to sort of sell that idea that a full force were here.
Yeah.
Lighting fires, because you've rolled 10 over the DC. You can. Happy New Year, Aaron. Great to see you in chat. Thanks for coming in.
Are there many tracks in the sand at all, or is
No,
it just
there
purely,
looks
like,
to
fresh
be
sand?
fresh tracks. There looks to be maybe one set traveling to and from each fire, lighting them up.
Can
It
I
seems
do
to be.
a detect magic?
Yeah, where would you like to direct your detect magic? 30 feet out from you?
He's got. It's yeah. He's gonna just kind of scan around.
Okay. Yeah, you do not detect any magic right now.
Not even from the water.
You're 30 feet from the water, 5, 10, 15, 20. There's a slight necromantic tinge. The magic is not water. It is, sorry, the water is not magic. It's just... I got facial hair for Christmas. Everyone is on about the beard. I prayed so hard, and I wrote so many notes, Aaron, that I woke up and I was like, bloop. And my wife was like, who the fuck are you? Get out of our house. But yes, I did. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Aaron.
What about these wispy things in the air, Dave? Would they be magic as well?
Magic is not water.
They definitely are.
And what type of magic am I getting off them?
Enchantment.
Enchantment magic. Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna leave him there. As you sort of search around, Eryxium, I think you see this little guy here come to the edge of the boat, and whoever else has the vision to see, you can see a small little deep gnome. Hello. What are you?
What?
Hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I expected some dark elves to come back. Thought I'd be stowing away on a ship destined for a rather dangerous place. Please tell me you didn't kill them all. Please tell me we don't have to navigate the obsidian expanse together. Do we? That's where we're going to end it for tonight. Well done, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Great to be back. First stream back of 2025. I was scared for a while there. Now, look, I will kill a character. I will kill a fucking character. But
as Johnny has learned.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did Dave?
But not offhand. Like, I'm not gonna just do it for the crack. But I mean, like, yeah. I was kind of worried when Ryan didn't use that inspiration to save himself from being swallowed. Episode 69. Yo. Woo, promises says.
I knew it would be a waste of an inspo.
And
I'd just rather it be kept for something else.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it didn't worry me, though. But if you guys are okay to stay on for maybe 10 minutes, we can have a quick chat about how it went. Thanks for jumping in, Shaq. It was great to see you. So, all right. So, yeah, that's just so So Ren.
Yeah.
Ren's read about Tarasques. And I think this was definitely the most serious we've seen Ren. And I hope that was conveyed to the rest of the party members. Because it's, you know, it's this is a step up into the really higher level stuff now.
Yeah, so like I'd say,
are we going to take some time out on the long rest to have Ren explain exactly what they dealt with?
I mean, I'll have to do a bit of research myself on that, but I'll happily have Ren sit down and kind of go over. Like, I know a good bit about Tarasques.
Oh my god, the meme channel is alive!
Yeah,
thank you, Shaq.
Popping off, but yeah, so like Ren essentially, like, to him, that's a walking, like, from everything he's read, that's the walking apocalypse that they've just witnessed. Like, the stories about Tarasques literally eating gods, you know, exist and are out there, and like oftentimes needing gods to put them down again when they wake up. And like a full-size Tarasque is a walking mountain, essentially, of just death. And anything that stands in its way is just gone. Like, cities have been wiped off, countries have been wiped off the map from it. Yeah, I'd say continents have.
Yeah, I think it's important that we have that moment on the next long rest where Ren, you know, tries to impress upon this upon the party. I'm not so sure how, like, whether the party will believe the seriousness, because like, you know exactly what it is, especially Scales. I can imagine Scales go, yeah, that sounds mad.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
Why friend shaped?
That's mad, Ted.
And like,
you know,
but I think what's freaked Ren out the most about that is that's a small one indicates potentially that there's a big one, or alternatively, who knows how Tarasques like kind of work like that. That maybe the egg is laying and eventually hatched.
Maybe it's like a scorpion where it's deadlier when it's small.
Yeah. But, what came first, the Tarasque or the egg?
The logic
Episode
that
69.
Ren has is no matter what, even now if they succeed down here, there's a fucking Tarasque awake. That's a massive problem.
Yeah, maybe it was hunting for the purple worm to sort of feed its mum, so its mum would go back into hibernation, or its dad, who knows. But we'll figure it out. Well, I'm sure we'll find. Well, you definitely will find out. Yeah. But yeah, and
I don't know how, like, obviously the frequency of them would be in your world, but I know in like Faerun and stuff, like if the Tarasque wakes up, that's a get every fucking hero of legends that we have on the roster out here and get them fucking at it.
Yeah.
Don't
Pretty
give
much.
my ideas, Kurg.
Well, I mean, I've already had the ideas, Fona. So I mean, it's definitely going to end up in a situation where, I think that the Tarasque will be the epilogue of this campaign, or I mean, given our chats with Shaq and Brett, that the two Tarasques will be the epilogue, but yeah, so. Moving on to Scales. Scales, that was a. Do you think Scales is something to think about after coming that close to death and feeling that bad? I mean, is like no.
No,
well, he was like, Scales was getting the sads until he was healed. And is it that simple with Scales? Now he's healed, then that it's okay, or
it's not the sads. It's more just a case of, you know. We've been doing this a while. Every time we're chasing after, and honestly to God, I just think it's very in character for Scales. Doesn't know what we're doing here. Like, somebody probably told him 10 times already
that we're chasing after
here and what we're doing.
The temple guards, yeah.
Whereas Scales is just like, we have to fetch something, and he's not sure why, but he's like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're all going this way. Okay, cool. But as we make our way through the Underdark, it just gets another hard fight.
And they're getting harder.
No safe places to rest in between them. And I think when he took that really, really painful hit today, it was just a moment of, you know, when you're like, you're working through a bad week, or you're surviving the run up to Christmas and all, like Henry Street, and you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, fine. But sometimes you hit a moment where you just want to throw your bags on the ground and scream into Henry Street, fuck this shit. Okay, I can't do it anymore. We just all need to get in the car and go home, kind of thing. So that was where he was. It wasn't that like, ow, I was really hurt and now I feel sad or anything. It was more just a case of, oh, I'm so done with this place. We have to just let's crack on, get whatever the thing that we have to get is, and leave.
Yeah.
Find something
Shaq
we
says there are bad weeks and there's getting fucked by a dinosaur. I will say that we've left behind that onyx wall, and I know someone DM'd me on Discord asking what it did. So I'm happy to say it's highly unlikely that you're coming back here. If you'd willingly failed the saving throw, you would have gotten a real-time scry on the thing that mattered most to you. And then there would have been checks as to how you could manipulate that. So you definitely could have utilized that to learn something about what's going on at the moment. It's hard to, as a player or as a character in the game, it's hard to sort of take that chance. And I didn't think you would. But the option was there. You definitely could have learned a lot about what was going on topside right now. But it would have been,
if it wasn't for the fact of the what was the thing before, the pit, if it wasn't for that and that showing us falsities,
that's
it
exactly
been,
that's
you know?
that's exactly why it was done that way. Just to make it just to give you pause and whatever. And I think I definitely would have done the same as well. But had someone taken the chance, you could have verified it, I think, with a sending spell, or you could have verified it with like you could have had a Jason Bourne moment where he's just like, you know, get some rest, Pam, you look tired. That kind of thing.
Why was Scales showing Somerton then?
Um,
That's the intriguing thing now.
Oh, there's the thing under the scales is bad, apparently, right?
because there's been a gift left for you.
Yeah, but surely
And-
that's why I'm like, is Scales' parents actually back in Somerton?
This is the
human
thing.
parents?
There's a lot going on. Yes, human parents. Well, you know,
Well, that or Valder's
there might be a
decided
little
to
bit
burn
more
down
to it,
another
but I
town.
mean that was definitely one of the last things. One of the last things, sort of. Well, you know, there are reasons. So I'm not going to divulge them too much to it right now. So moving on then to I think Darak. Are we going to try and? So you've made your bed now that you're on you're on the side of the quest of the brothers of the Platinum Dragon are engaged on. Am I correct?
Basically, yes.
The replacement for the head of the Temple of the Raven Queen is more in line with politics than it is with theology. And you understand that now. And so where is Darak then when it comes to the Temple of the Raven Queen? Like when you get back to civilization, obviously you're going to have to make a report, but you said some inflammatory things. So there will be, like, if you're found, there will be repercussions here. So
yeah, that
is Darak going to go on the run, or what's going to happen there?
To be honest, Derek is like you said, he's on the run, and he
Because you basically told him to fuck off.
basically,
Yeah.
basically, because
But they can't control that channel from the Raven Queen to you.
There's
Yeah,
always a
because-
place in the Platinum Church.
So the
Well,
Raven
for-
Queen is still like
for-
there still exists that tether between Darak and the Raven Queen. You still wake up with all of your powers restored. So there is that like that comfort there that you know.
Yeah, because
You know.
every time when you cast a spell and you can still feels like his spells is working, it
Yeah.
means that the Raven Queen is still with him.
Yeah.
So he noticed like it's not the Raven Queen that made this decision. It's like I said,
It's the
if
people
there's
that purport to act in her name.
yes. So he doesn't care about that temple anymore because of the people there, but he's
Yeah.
still loyal to the Raven Queen, not to the temple.
In Sopherone, I mean, you know, there's
Yeah.
there's a only a certain amount of time you can live like that, because you will be hunted down. Like the two brothers are not in the best books at the moment either.
It's essentially you've been John Wick 2'd. You're excommunicado.
Kind of like that a little bit, yeah.
Uh,
So what we have then is I'm very looking forward to Lumber and Paddy. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but what we have is the two brothers in the Temple of the Platinum Dragon. Valor came along with the paperwork to go, would you like to reapply to be a valid temple here in in Sopherone? And because the king decides who can practice and who can't practice, and there are evil temples. Or I mean, let's not call it evil, but I mean, there are sort of morally questionable,
Like
morally
temples to,
questionable
like Bane and stuff.
temples.
or-
Yeah, exactly. There are.
Well,
Yeah, for
outright
sure.
Bane. We found a temple. There's the Temple to Bane and Templetown that Valder was setting
Yeah.
up.
So like they do exist as long as they pay enough money and they pay their tithes and stuff like that. There's they get the what's the word I'm looking for? The
Freedom of
permit.
religion?
The fucking permit, yeah, freedom of religion, and they can tip away and do their thing. So what we have though, don't forget, lads, that you have what's her name? Mazelu's trainer,
Brevia?
Berethia. Yeah. We have Berethia. Only 2 summons or manifestations a year, depending on how much you contribute, Aaron. And what we do have is Guardian Berethia, who is probably close enough to Sopherone now. You guys haven't checked in with her in a while as to see whether she said that she was going to be busted out. She was
we know where
confident.
she is.
Well,
We know where she is because
gone.
of Boothby.
Yeah, never doubt Boothby.
Yeah, Boothby's been keeping an eye on her.
Boothby's like
Boothby's
the
been keeping an eye on her. He hasn't been following her.
But he knows because that's what he said the last time he spoke to us was he knows where she is.
Yeah. He knows where she is. She's in a carriage heading to Sopherone for execution. He knows where she is. But she seems confident that her allies will intercept that. Or maybe she just said that to you. Hard to know. But it seems like the kind of thing that she might do. But we'll have to... Maybe an old well-placed sending spell might help there.
She understands the risks.
She does understand the risk, and I think if it turns out that she did lie to you, I think Mazzeli would understand that, because I think you would do the same thing.
What,
If
to
you
stop
knew-
them coming after me?
Yeah. If you
Oh, yeah.
knew that the mission that they were engaged upon was more important than them coming after you, I think Mazzeli would do the
Oh,
same.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why he won't question her, because he knows what she knows and he knows what she would bring to the table. So he knows that if she says, "I'm fine, take care of what you got to take care of," he knows that that's what he's got to do.
Exactly. And when it comes to Robert, I think you can, correct me if I'm wrong here, can you describe somebody to somebody and ask them to cast a sending spell based on your description of them? That you can, or do you have to know them?
I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
you have to know him.
The term is familiar.
Familiar.
Yeah, like
Okay.
maybe if you've
How do we determine familiarity?
I mean, if Dave says you draw a decent enough picture, it's good enough. He is God.
But also, like, is
'cause I'm
knowing
just
what somebody
thinking-
looks like being like with my thought on that, like as a DM myself in my game, is like familiarity with somebody isn't the same as recognizing somebody. You know, like I personally would logic that as you need to have been in their presence, because you're basically looking for
that makes a lot of
magic to
sense.
descend on.
Because I'm trying to figure out sort of a way that Robert can check in on the person that he's been sort of wondering about.
I'm just going to throw it out there that a pair of standard glasses has protected Superman's identity for 50 fucking years.
Shane in chat said, would you be familiar with someone that a friend showed you a Polaroid picture of?
Depends what the picture was of.
That's something we need to discuss, I think, in
the thing is
the
like
Discord chat.
Robert was before we came down the hidey hole place of the idea that we would get a prison break going to bust 2 people out. But the problem is that we kind of headed down here and some time has passed and more time keeps passing. And Robert also knows that he's powerless on his own in a way. He tried striking out on his own to deal with his stuff and it didn't work. He ended up getting involved with the chain and all kinds of nonsense like that.
Do you think there might be others that would attempt to break out?
I mean, others that would like to join in on the prison break? Sure, yeah. I think if we can get into the prison, we can cause some ruckus.
Let's raise some ruckus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's raise some hell.
But if we're gonna get the opportunity to do that,
that is the Forgotten Tomb off the coast of Sopherone, where I think something else dwells that Erixia might be familiar with.
So Robert is.
I can see his eyes going. What's he talking about?
Robert's worried about his friends, but his friend.
Yeah.
But he's also worried about his parents.
Yeah.
And interestingly, I have a 25 passive perception, but I don't think I was asked to look at the wall.
Would you like to? I thought you did get a. Okay. Would you like to? Well, I'll tell you what. We'll start the next episode off. Then we can retcon that.
Okay.
Flashback.
So I think that's a good place to finish tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Great to be back for 2025. That was a bit of a hardcore episode. It's great to be back. We love you all, and do stay tuned. We're back on Tuesday with GM Carrick, who's up there for Arcane Adventures in Andromedas.
I don't have my homework done.
Well, there's loads of time to do it. I've done many episodes where I haven't done my homework done. And I would also say that, we're back with hopefully episode 1 of a Sopherone trilogy on Friday. So we will see you soon. Love you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.